And welcome back, everyone, to the Matinee Review, where two friends talk everything entertainment, such as movies, animated features, television shows, video games, cartoons, and comic books. I am Justin.
I am Akili.
Boy, that was hard to get through that.
Oh, you got it.
I got it. I did
You
it.
nailed it on the first try.
First try.
Boom. Right out the gate. Lead off home run.
I'll tell you all the truth right now. I did not nail that on the first try. Something happened. I turned into a giddy little schoolgirl and just started laughing the entire time. It was great.
It was pretty great, though.
I had to get that going. How are you, man?
I'm doing fantastic. Things are great.
Good.
This week has been really great. Props to you for doing some master editing and just whipping those episodes out. I just want to say kudos. So that helped make the week, getting to listen to those. And I got back to work, full duty. My back is feeling better.
Good.
So that was good to kind of get some exercise in last night. So everything's great. How are you?
Not bad. It was a good week. A lot of stuff came out this week.
Man,
A lot of different things.
Did
We're definitely gonna have to talk about that.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, my back is still fine. Nothing happened to that, so I'm good there. Yeah.
Good.
Well, should we just jump right into the news?
The news. Let's get into the news.
Yes. News. So much news. Let's see.
There it is.
Well, we did have a something that happened this week that was surprising and not very chipper. And I'm kind of sad about it. R.I.P. to Michael K. Williams.
Yeah, man.
Like, whoa.
Yeah.
He was damn good in everything that he was in. I don't know his past. I don't know. I heard something about, I guess, drugs or something when they found him.
When he was on The Wire, he was struggling with heroin addiction. In fact, there was something I read that said that they were kind of worried about, like they didn't want to fire him because they felt like if they fired him, then he would slip deeper into his addiction and kind of ruin his life. So, but he saw a pastor and he went through rehab and was clean. But I guess kind of like what happened with, Michael C. Hoffman? Was that the guy who?
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Yeah. It's kind of like, how he was struggling with, addiction. Michael K. Williams said that addiction, it's an everyday struggle for him. And I think some things are, and they did die of what they presumed to be a drug overdose. So it's a rough thing. I'm fortunate to have not, really having to gone through that with someone, close, but I know people that had to have aunts, uncles, and distant cousins that struggle with addiction. It's a rough thing.
Yeah, it's not a fun thing to experience when it comes to, having people or care about OD or just pretty much OD or succumb to addiction and it being fatal. I've known a couple, and it's unfortunate either way.
It is.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you're saying, really fantastic actor.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I remember his character Omar Little just really standing out in The Wire. I mean, that was just such a phenomenal character all around.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't watch enough Boardwalk Empire, but I hear his character, Chalky White,
He was great.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah. That whole show was pretty damn good. It even had, what's his name? Plays Daredevil. It's great.
Nice.
The whole show was great. And
you're talking about
especially
Charlie Cox?
Charlie Cox, yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
I saw him in that before I saw him in Daredevil, which I was happy about because when I heard that he got cast as Daredevil, I went, perfect. Do it. He'll be great.
Nice.
And sure as shit, he was.
Yeah.
And possibly still might be. We'll talk about that later. But
for sure.
Knows?
But definitely rest in peace, Michael K. Williams.
Yes.
Yeah. Like most people probably are, I'm definitely going to put The Wire back on my list to rewatch and move it up a bit. Kind of watch that performance again, just to
I have to admit
relive
that
it.
that's going to have to be on my list of watching for the first time.
Oh, snap, son.
I haven't seen any of The Wire.
Oh, snap, son.
And I know that a lot of people have either made their debut or were young actors or newer actors at the time through that show. And all of a sudden, everybody went on to that show, blew the fuck up. So, yeah, I want to definitely watch that. I didn't have HBO at the time, and now I got the Max. So now that I got that HBO Plus Max Supreme, whatever it's called,
There you go.
it's time to definitely dive into that at some point.
Absolutely. You're going to love it.
Sweet.
In fact, you let me know when you're going to watch it, and I'll probably watch it as you watch it, because, yeah, that'll be dope.
Well, we'll have to do an episode on The Wire.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Look what just happened. Boom.
Yeah.
Boom. What's next?
Well, there's rumor at this point that Doctor Strange from the What If show, that alternate universe Doctor Strange who got all the power and tried to save his loved one and failed miserably. Well, there's rumor that he might show up in the Multiverse of Madness movie. And I'm kind of intrigued because if the villain of the movie is just Doctor Strange from the cartoon and then he gets to play him live action, how epic would that be? And you got just Doctor Strange versus Doctor Strange. So comic book. It's not even funny. Like, I think they're really, if this is what's going to happen, really fucking opening up the more of a comic book vibe as opposed to like, we're kind of trying to ground it in reality and keep it that way. No, now they're like, ground it in reality, acknowledge the camp, and then all of a sudden, let's just go fucking full speed ahead and just go straight into comic book world.
It's kind of like our wonderful friend Jason was saying, like, Marvel's like, yeah, we know this is silly. You know what I mean? Like, we're just going to embrace that this is, this is comic book stuff. Like, this is nuts. So why not just go nuts with it?
Right. I mean, they even do that in the Avengers game, which one of the lines that I like when Tony goes and talks to Kamala, and he kind of catches her in the new outfit that she had just put together. She goes, "I know I look silly, don't I?" And he's like, "Yeah, you do, but no, it's okay. It's okay. We all do. I mean, you've seen Thor, shoulder pads, and stuff like that. It's like when he says it's okay, we all do. It even in the video game, they're like, yeah, we're acknowledging this, and if we don't acknowledge this, then like Jason said, people are just gonna say it's crap. As opposed, I don't know. When it comes to the DC movies at this point, I enjoy some of them. The rest of them are failing miserably. We'll talk about that as well a bit.
But yeah. So spoilers, by the way. I mean, we'll put it on the tag if you do little time slots or whatever. But yeah, you kind of said something after we talked about the episode. You kind of said something that you're like along the lines of like, oh, I think that this, he's going to find a way out and he might appear in Multiverse of Madness. I'm pretty sure we texted about that, something along those lines. And so I wouldn't be surprised if even nothing, if nothing else, like he makes an appearance, like if he's floating past somewhere and it's just like this gem. Oh, what's in this gem? It's like, don't let him out.
Right. I mean, I think the only two real possibilities at this point is that he's either going to show up again, I think, in the cartoons, which I think that there was some kind of footage of him talking to Captain Carter. And unless I've dreamt that, but, which is a possibility. So, yeah, there's that. Who knows? He might show up.
Nice.
Or it could be just everybody's talking on the internet going, yeah, well, this is a possibility. And like we're doing right now, what if they team up,
Let's will this into existence.
Yeah.
We can do it. We can do it.
Yeah.
We have the power.
I saw that coming. Just wrong episode. All right. So, also, letting everybody know, if they haven't, found out yet, that that is not Charlie Cox in the trailer.
I love your little note, how it's just a spoiler. That guy is not Daredevil.
That's right.
I saw it. I'm just Daredevil. Like, well, yeah. Yeah.
But so many people still thought he was.
Yeah.
So there was an IMAX trailer that came out. And as we all know, IMAX lets you see a little bit more at the top and a little bit more at the bottom than you will in a regular scope or flat style trailer. And yeah, it's not him. So some Cap, some DA, some who knows, some Joe Rando.
No, they just edited it, man. Look, bro. They just edited him out. So that
right,
so
man.
It could be it could be a surprise.
Decided,
okay.
Hey, how do we make people think that it's not him? Let's give him kind of a gut. Let's just give him kind of just, not like he's fat or anything. Just, your average, just slightly out of shape, a little bit of pudge, and then people would be like, hey, that can't be him because Daredevil's fit. And then it turns out it is him, and it's like, boom, double bluff.
It's not like a fat Thor situation.
Right.
If that fat Daredevil's not coming in that door. Daredevil's not walking in that door.
I mean, they had a fat Spider-Man in the comic books at one point, but it was more of the future.
Well, even with this last one, the animated one, he's going through the portal and he still snatches a slice of pizza.
Just wolfing down the burgers.
Gain a little weight. Love it.
So, no, that's not him.
All right, well, he'll show up at some point.
Yeah.
And I'll be excited when he does. Till further notice. That's all
quickly,
we can really say, right?
Well, quickly, he's like in most interviews, he's been saying like, who would you really, they've been asking him a lot, who would you love to team up with? And he's always said Spider-Man. It is one of his favorite issues is, a issue where Spider-Man and Daredevil kind of team up because Matt Murdock has to defend Daredevil.
Okay.
So he asked Spider-Man to dress in the Daredevil outfit so that way Matt Murdock can defend him.
Sneaky.
Yes.
He uses a bloody double.
Yes.
A little prestige action coming at you.
But they're twins. So he's been asked that a lot, and that he keeps responding, Spider-Man. And he's like, I would have even liked to have played Spider-Man, but I'm a little too old for that now. But he has that, we'll see type of yeah, right. He has that type of we'll see attitude to everything. Oh, we'll see. Hey, it would be really cool, and wouldn't that be fun? It'd be really great, and this and that.
Say just enough to get him talking, Charlie.
Right.
Get the buzz out there.
Right. Next up, Aquaman has an outfit that can generate more toys.
He has a different fighter skin for the video game.
It's comic books. He would go in wearing his outfit.
Could it be so he could be stealthy on land?
And then why don't you just wear regular clothes?
Well, I don't know. Like, to go with the dark theme. I don't know. I don't know.
Immediately, I just went toys. It's for an action figure. It's for the people in the freaking audience that go, well, why didn't they see him? He's like bright gold.
Just give everybody a black suit. Everybody gets a black suit because black looks cool.
It's not X-Men, okay?
I'm just saying. Everybody these days is going to get a black suit.
It is the DC universe, so it's,
Yeah, right.
So dark.
That's what I'm saying.
What are you from, the DC universe?
I mean, just that off top. That seems to go along, just right along with their Opus Miranda. I'm not even trying to say it. It goes right with their fucking theme.
There it is.
That word not happening today.
No, it's okay.
Their way of thinking, we're just like, we're going to keep this steeped in the real world. You know what? Aquaman ain't just stealth outfit.
No.
And it's like, why? It's like, well, gets on land, bright colors. What if he's got to blend in? What if he's got to go in at night? What if he's got to team up with Batman?
No.
Don't think you want him to look the part? He could even make a quip like, you're gonna give us away with all that bright armor that you're wearing.
No.
What do you want me to do about it, brother? I got you covered. And then boom, stealth outfit.
No. Makes me even more excited to see this movie. Are they going to dye Amber Heard's hair black?
Why not?
When they're going in through their stealth.
Her heart is dyed black. Why not?
I don't think it's dyed. I think it's just that way. Yeah. So, yeah, stealth Aquaman outfit. Pointless.
If the ladies like it, then there you go.
Yeah, okay. Unless Michael Keaton's Batman's in this movie, I'm not going to go see it. I'm done.
And not just the ladies, but just Jason Momoa fans in general. If it's like, he looks really good in black. Because you could be guy, gal. whatever's. If you like Jason Momoa in black, and it's looks good. But I think just everybody gets a black suit.
No.
At some point.
Yeah. Give the Flash a black suit, then give Green Lantern just an all black suit,
Well, they'll just start bringing the Black Lantern around. All good.
Well, then just start off with the Black Lantern. Everybody gets a black suit, and then everybody gets a bright white suit.
Captain America's going to get a black suit. Captain America got a black suit. Captain America got a black suit. Captain America got a black suit. I don't know if did Wonder Woman get a black suit? I mean, we're talking about Marvel.
Blue. It was like a dark blue.
In Marvel, everybody definitely gets a black suit at some point.
Yeah. I think that was Union Jack, though, that had the black suit. The black outfit, the flag on the front, so. Yeah. Not Union Jack, excuse me.
Secret agent? U.S. agent?
U.S. agent, thank you.
That's not secret agent. Secret
agent man. Secret agent man.
No, U.S. agent, the now who's going to be the psycho ex-Captain America.
Yeah, you got to put that Dark Avengers team together.
Is the Thunderbolts? Is that what I'm hearing?
Could be, yeah. Either Dark Avengers, Thunderbolts.
Okay.
I don't know. They're putting a team together, or she's putting a team together of what you would call the Misfits. So,
a Suicide Squad, would you say?
A Suicide Squad. Yes. Yes. Villains, anti-heroes. Yes.
Marvel with that. They had to do it twice to get it right. Watch us nail it on the first try.
Right.
Anyway, back to DC.
Yes. Well, the good part of DC, though.
Let's go.
We actually have a trailer for the Injustice animated movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks cool.
It looks very cool.
I can't wait. That's going to be cool. That's October 19th.
I would say spoilers, but, if it's anything like the video game, which it looks like that's the story that they're taking it from, straight from it, then I know how this ends, and I know what's going to happen. And I tell you what, folks, if you don't know, you're about to see some dark shit.
Yeah, rated R too.
As it should be, because what has to happen needs to be brutal.
Yes, throughout the entire thing.
Watch Superman lose his shit. That's about it.
Yeah. I mean,
that brother's mad.
If you don't know the storyline, you haven't watched a trailer, and you're into the animated features, and you're listening to this right now, don't watch a trailer. And you haven't played the video game, don't watch a trailer. Just watch the movie.
Yeah.
And just be surprised by what happens, because
the video game will give it away. Like
the trailer even gives it away.
Yeah. But
the trailer just tells you everything, and then you go, okay, this is why he's doing what he's doing. Just there's ways, man.
So good.
There's ways of doing trailers like they did back in the day, where they didn't give away the entire movie. When they would pull you in, teaser trailers. I believe they used to call them teaser trailers. And people used to not know what was going on, but be intrigued and still go see the movie.
Right.
We've lost that time. Now we spoon feed everything to everyone.
This is what happens. Look at this scene. This is what happens next. Now he's not wearing the collar. Now he's in a bright, magical fucking room with the sun shining through the window playing a piano of Morgan Freeman. But now we're going to go back to him in the gray-toned world wearing the collar fighting. So obviously you showed the end of the movie. I'm sorry, I'm not going to do this. But, yes, if you're going to watch this movie and you haven't seen the trailer and you don't know the story, don't watch the trailer. So, Injustice animated feature, October 19th. Gonna be good.
Definitely. I hope they add it right to, they're on HBO Max. They have all the DC stuff. Hopefully they add it right to it.
Maybe.
If not, hey, I'll purchase it.
I think it would be about. I'm gonna buy it anyways. But
yeah, why not? Yeah. Especially if it's rated R. They're gonna go for it. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. Well, it's the same guys who do the Mortal Kombat cartoons, so it's not just the DC folks making a Injustice game. They got the people who did the last two Mortal Kombat animated features to do this. So
cool.
Yeah, and at that point I go, maybe a possibility of the two of those worlds combining a little bit,
Maybe all of a sudden, now that they've done this animated feature and they've done those two animated features, that maybe the next animated feature could be a little bit of a fight between two realms. If you get my drift, that's what I'm saying. If anybody's listening to this, do it. If anybody has the power to influence them to do it, do it. Yes. So, speaking of video game subjects, a lot of video game things dropped.
Lots of video game things dropped.
You said you want to talk about God of War. I've never played any of those games, so
yeah, it's one of the.
You
it's one
know
of
more
the,
about it.
Yeah, it's one of the main reasons why I've been on this quest to like. You need a PlayStation. You need to see this play out.
Yeah, I mean, got one. It's just it's overheating.
Just right. Yeah,
No worries.
So it's if you've played Hellblade, then you've played like a super hellish version of what God of War feels like to play, because it's also steeped in little Norse. They went the Norse mythology route,
Right.
with the last game. So this trailer gave you the first kind of full look of, if you finally got to see that Atreus, his son, has grown up. You get to hear a little bit more of that interaction that he has with Thor. And you get to see some more of the gameplay. And then, I think it's just going to be another epic thing, as it looks like Atreus and Kratos are going to try to enlist the giant tear to help them try to stop Ragnarok from coming. It's freaking awesome.
This is a DLC or this is a new game?
This is a new game.
Oh, it's a new game completely. Is this going to be a PS5 thing then?
Yep. So it's like we were talking about, life is going to force me to upgrade. Did you know God of War is the reason I bought a PS4?
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, because I love that series. And for a while, they were the only ones making the baseball game. But now Xbox is going to start making the baseball game too, so I don't have to worry so much about that. But yeah, God of War is... I love what they...
born for a baseball field.
But that's... Yeah, the God of War trailer looks dope, and that looks like it's going to be a great sequel to the game.
Yeah, from what I saw of the trailer, I'm intrigued and enticed and would love to play that game. It just looks really cool.
It is.
Looks really cool. Everybody said that the Assassin's Creed, the latest Assassin's Creed, had a God of War fighting kind of style to it. So I don't know if that was true or if I'm thinking of something else. But I'm in. I want to play it.
Yeah.
And bit of awesome news that I'm excited about, which I'm also not excited about, because it seems that it's also going to be a PlayStation 5 exclusive. I mean, I could be wrong, but I do remember it being an Xbox exclusive, back in the day. Knights of the Old Republic is getting a remake for PlayStation 5.
Man.
And like you said, life is forcing us to upgrade to a PlayStation 5.
Yeah. And you know what? You want a teaser trailer? That's a teaser trailer.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That type of stuff. You don't need to show everything. I don't need to see everything about, the injustice, what's going on with Superman and why he's doing what and where. Have him step out of the shadows. Have him land onto the top of a building that you think is the Daily Planet, and then you maybe look over someplace and something else has happened, and I'm trying not to give anything away, but it's hard. But you can still do it without telling everybody the exact storyline. Like I said, everybody's got to be spoon-fed everything. You're right. Knights of the Old Republic trailer that they put out, or little teaser, is a perfect teaser trailer. So I'm excited. I loved that game. I love both of them. I never played any of the Old Republic Online stuff, but...
They also made some awesome game trailers for those.
Oh, yeah.
The ones with the twins is phenomenal. It's a phenomenal bit of storytelling.
The one with the little girl who then looks like she basically becomes like a Sith acolyte. You saw that one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So all of those, when you see those and then you saw the previous 3 movies, you go, what happened? What happened, guys? What? Can you get these people who make these 10-minute, even like 6-minute, whatever frickin', I don't even know if they're even that long. I mean, out of 3 minutes sometimes,
you watch it and you go, that was better than the prequels.
Yeah.
So Knights of the Old Republic, I enjoyed those games, and I would like to play them again, but I didn't know I'd have to buy a PlayStation 5 to be able to play them.
Yeah, hopefully, I mean, we'll see.
Yeah, it's kind of bold of Disney and or Lucasfilm to just say, oh, yeah, we'll just do a PlayStation exclusive that are coming, especially Star Wars, because Star Wars has always been like, one of those where you can kind of play it on both platforms, and then all of a sudden it kind of went Xbox exclusive for a lot of stuff, and then all of a sudden back to being both. I don't understand what, unless you're doing a massive deal. Well, yeah, Disney is doing a massive deal with Sony when it comes to Spider-Man. So maybe one of that, like, oh, you want Spider-Man to be back in your universe? Okay, well, we have him. So, you scratch our back, we'll scratch yours. You can have Spider-Man, but we need some PlayStation exclusive games.
Could be.
Going on to the next subject, being the Wolverine game trailer that came out. And that's a PlayStation exclusive game. PlayStation 5 exclusive game.
And again,
really hard for people that have Xbox and have been dealing with Xbox for a good portion of their life.
Yeah.
To say, well, now you have to get a PlayStation 5.
Well,
I get it. I
sucked
get
it up and got both, man. I realize that they're just going to force me to get both, but I'm not going to upgrade one or the other until I see what looks like what's popping a little bit more. And it kind of looks like I'm going to be getting the PS5 before.
Yeah, it really seems that way.
Yeah, because
there's so many really PlayStation exclusives that I'm all for. I just don't have one.
They've been putting it all on the table. Sometimes you got to put it on the table, son.
Yeah, and boy, did they put it on the table. Damn near broke the thing in half. So yeah, that Wolverine game trailer though looks pretty cool. I mean, even though it was
that's
just
how you make a teaser too, man.
See,
that's perfect. See? Insomniac Games pops up, and you're like, okay, from the people who make the Spider-Man game, that's cool.
Yeah,
and then you just see dude in a bar, like whatever's the bar
surrounded by a bunch of people that have been just absolutely murdered. Yeah.
Dude sitting there, gets. I mean, that, some people probably picked up on it right away. If I hadn't seen like Wolverine trailer pop up and then look at it, like if I had just been watching something and it just started up like an ad, I wouldn't have known who it was.
Oh yeah. No.
Until the sneak, and you're like, oh shit.
Right.
It's about to get real.
That hat with the hair and the plaid shirt, and then just the blood all over his knuckles and all over his hands and everything. I just even though I knew that it was a Wolverine trailer, once I saw that outfit, I was like, oh yeah, that's totally Wolverine from certain comic books. So, like you said, though, had I not seen anything about it being Wolverine, there's a possibility I would have been like going, hey, that looks like Wolverine. And then once he let the claws loose, I would have been like, I was right. So, yes, I don't know. I'm just bitter right now. Everything's PlayStation 5 exclusive. Everything's PlayStation 5 exclusive. All right. I'm like just having that apostrophe when I was talking to you.
I think you made an epiphany.
I think I might. That I think I'm right. I think that with that whole Spider-Man deal and everything like that, Sony went, hey. I know we did the deal and everything like that, but I can still back out. You're gonna put some exclusives out straight for the PlayStation. They went, okay.
I mean, it sounds, yeah. I mean, yeah. Very believable. Yeah.
Yeah, who knows?
Speaking of that, real quick, we'll throw the Spider-Man 2 trailer in there. Yes. Man, I tell you what.
It's a PlayStation 5 exclusive, by the way.
PlayStation 5 exclusive. Yep.
Yeah. Looks cool. I watched it on silent because I was talking to you at the time. So I don't know if there was anything given away through the audio, but it looks really good. It looks like just that little cinematic that they had there. And we got a bit of a reveal that Venom is coming to the Spider-Man games.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you'll want to listen to it with the audio, because the audio is pretty much what makes the build-up to the reveal really great.
Okay.
Yeah. I won't spoil it for you. if you haven't heard it.
Cool.
You'll know what I'm talking about when I say that they, with the picture, because if you go on YouTube, it's off the bat. It's like, oh, Spider-Man trailer. Oh, boom, look, there's Venom. So when you watch the trailer on audio, you'll see why it's like they should have just used a shot of like the two Spider-Men looking into the alley or something like that.
Remember, we have to force feed everybody. Just spoon feed them. Here you go. The airplane's coming in. Venom is in this trailer. Watch it. Yum. Just it's a fucking pet peeve of mine right now. I just can't stand how much we're just like, yeah, just tell everybody everything, and then they'll see the movie.
Well, everybody wants those views, man. You have to get those views up. So if you put that picture on there, you're definitely gonna, it's clickbait that works, but it's also like people have to take that gamble.
Clickbait era.
One cool thing, jumping back to the God of War trailer real quick. One cool way that it ends is they do show you. They show you enough to where you feel like, okay, you see some moments that are like, okay, well, if they're showing these moments, there must be some bigger ones coming, which is kind of like how the first God of War kind of tease and trailers were. Like, they know how to sell it. Those God of War people, they've been doing this a long time. Mm-hmm. It kind of ends with this clip from the game where there's a young lady and she's like, come with me, you'll get the answers that you seek. And then she turns back, looks at it, and she goes, well, some of them anyway.
Right.
And it's kind of like a perfect, like, aha, that's even us telling, like, yeah, we gave you enough, but we for sure didn't show you everything.
Right.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, watch the Spider-Man 2 trailer though with some audio. You'll love it on your surround sound too. It's made for that.
Cool.
It's good shit.
Yeah. PlayStation exclusive coming out 2023, I believe.
Yes.
So, yes. Got a little bit of time to save up for that PS5.
There you go.
Still gonna get the Xbox. Still gonna get that that Series X.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
The Cube.
I need that too at some point. One piggy bank at a time, man. One piggy bank at a time.
Right. Absolutely. Speaking of Spider-Man, really quickly,
yes.
I'm not trying to promote the movie too much. I mean, I whatever. Hopefully it's successful and it's better than the first one was, even though whatever, Tom Hardy was good, but
I knew this was coming.
We are getting the shortest, what looks like the shortest comic book movie ever right now. It's tracking in at 90 minutes. I guess that's with the credits at the end. So 90 minutes long. We're looking at probably about an hour and 22 minutes of footage. So it's going to be a breeze of a movie. I mean, hopefully. I might actually see it. It's only an hour and a half.
maybe
only an hour and a half. Like
maybe that's part of the tactic, where it's just like, look, because
it's short. Please see it.
Just listening to you going through that decision-making process just lets me just further know that there's just somebody and they're just like, man, how are we going to sell this movie? I know. How long is your average movie? Your movie's what, two something hours long, like almost 3-hour movies. They're making these big. I tell you what, let's just get the bullshit out of the way and go right to the action. Give them an hour of just straight up, just whatever the fuck. Trust me, they'll come see it if they look at it and they go, well, it's only an hour. So I might as well just go see it. I mean, it's not my whole day wasted.
Well, I mean, that whole breakfast cooking scene, I don't think that was like all real time. I'm sure they edited a lot of that out. So, and that one felt like it was 5 minutes long because of that opening scene. So I'm just saying it could still be an hour and 22 minutes of footage, but you could be 40 minutes into it going, this feels like 2 hours. So I like you said, hopefully they did do the just straight into the action. Here we go. And I would like to see Woody as Psycho. Who doesn't want to watch Woody Harrelson play a psycho? It's Woody Harrelson. It's fun. Just the rest of the movie looks bad. So I don't know.
I think my main problem with this Venom is that I just think the Venom character works better when the symbiote is attached to someone who's kind of a piece of shit. This whole good cop, bad cop, little nice guy like the bad guy, like, oh no, you behave. I don't want to behave. Oh, I don't eat people. Oh, I want to eat people. It's like, come on. Like, I think I don't really like it. I guess that's kind of my main kind of thing. I think, if it's attached to someone who already has these evil intentions, who's already just like, like, okay, well, the thing that it gets attached to Woody that's why it's so in its fucking final form, damn near, because it's attached to someone who's about that life. So, I mean, it makes him a true bad guy. That, this whole like, oh, I'm a good guy, just kind of weird Eddie Brock, but I got this thing in me. Oh, don't make me mad. Well, we'll eat you. It's like, all right, I guess.
Right.
That's just me.
I mean, they did the movies wrong anyways. Sorry. You introduce Venom through Spider-Man. That's how it's always been done. That's how it was done in the first place. And then to make a Venom movie without Spider-Man, sorry, didn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought it. I didn't see it in the theaters. I bought it and went, oh, wow.
I think some villains need their main foe to be around. Like, like when the first one came out, that, it just seems I don't really care that much about Venom if he's not going against fucking Spider-Man. I just feel like that's the thing, Yeah. Some villains are like that for me. Like, you can very clearly make Joker work without there being an actual Batman. Turns out you can make that work. Okay. That was a good movie.
Enough for them to make a sequel. Yeah.
There's going to be another one?
I believe so.
Well, I guess you can make another one. The dude didn't die at the end. He's in the damn psych ward, just punching out nurses or whatever caused him to run away with bloody feet.
Oh, I'm sure he pretty much killed her. I'm sure that if he's walking away and just trailing that much blood through his footprints, that's a big puddle of blood. So yeah, she's dead. That's for sure. But yeah, no, I mean, you could totally do now with the progression of the Joker. Like but he liked wearing that, he liked doing that makeup. Now what is he going to do next? What is he going to be the same thing, or is it going to evolve into something else? Is he going to go for more of a purple outfit as opposed to the orange outfit, that type of thing? So, yeah, could work. Who knows? But
cool.
Yeah. So that was a bit of a trail off. So glad we got to do that. Get that out of the way. And Eternals is looking like it might not get a Disney Plus release.
As in, so like theaters only?
It looks like there's going to be theaters only. I mean, look what we'll talk more about, of course, Shang Chi, but it did a $94 million opening weekend.
People are going back to the movies, my friend.
Yeah. And if this Mu variant doesn't take over, people will continue going back to the movies.
People will continue going back to the movies, whether this is... they will literally have to tell people, no, you can't go to the movies, or they'd have to close the movie theaters again. But no, at this point, people are back. They're out.
Yeah.
People want to get back to normal so much, so fast. Like, they're out.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's, rumor has it that it's not going to... sorry. Eternals is going to just exclusive to the theaters.
Well, I mean, once
again... At least it's not an exclusive to PlayStation 5. Sorry. Go ahead.
That's
I didn't
okay.
mean to interrupt.
That's okay. That's the lady that burned you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody's got one. Most people have one that just, that they burn me. Damn them. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you've been the ones, but yeah, I burned them. Yeah, I shouldn't have done that.
That's not how PlayStation's feeling right now. But yeah, no.
I will once again do what I did for Shang-Chi, which
was yours?
Pick a freaking matinee time. I don't think there's gonna be a whole lot of people going, and then just post up in the back row, wear my mask, and shut the fuck up, watch my movie.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to go see Shang-Chi again tomorrow with my mother and her boyfriend.
Cool.
We were going to try to arrange to see it all together for the first time. Couldn't do it. And so we're like, I saw it on my own, they saw it on their own. They're like, but we all should see it together. Be like so I get a little day out with mom and boyfriend. It's going to be fun. That's tomorrow.
Cool.
So.
Dig it.
Yeah, but so I will go see Eternals because I'm interested. That second trailer sold me, pushed me over the fence. Mm-hmm. So I'll do it.
I'm in.
I'll do it.
Well, we've been talking a lot about trailers, and one really big one dropped this week, which was the Matrix. I can't talk. The Matrix trailer, Matrix Resurrection, looks good.
Yeah, damn it, they got me again.
Yep,
I'm in.
yeah.
You know, I admit I'm one of the people that was just like, the Matrix again. Why? Like, didn't y'all end up confusing people enough? Don't y'all have enough endlessly? Like, didn't the Matrix start a religion at one point? Like, somebody tried to start a religion based off the Matrix? Like, haven't y'all ripped the minds of everyone since the year 1999 and shit? And so I'm like, and then it's like, oh, everybody's coming back. Well, what do you mean everybody's coming back? Like, everybody can't come back. That was kind of the point of the whole
Right. Well,
for a thing that's based on choices, we make these choices, and these choices can inevitably lead to our end. But that end, you have died for something, for freedom. Like, that's the point. So what do you mean everyone's coming back? And then I saw the trailer, and I'm like, God damn it, I'm in.
yeah.
I want to see this.
I do too.
It looks like, hey, everybody, y'all remember The Matrix? Yeah. Okay. Same story, new different faces, same Neo, same Trinity. Go. But there's a twist. What's the twist?
Right.
Aha.
Well, I'm wondering what the twist is. Either if it's even when the Matrix, when you're outside of the Matrix, you're still in the Matrix. I'm throwing that out there. What better way to make people feel free than allow them to fight back, but just give them the illusion of fighting back. Allow them to have that simulation of them fighting the actual, what it looks like on the outside. But, we're not going to let you actually get out. We're not going to let you. No, you're our food. You're our battery source. You're our way of living. So we're going to just, we've done it many times. We tried giving you a perfect world. Perfect world doesn't work. We tried giving you more of a fantasy style, whatever, with werewolves and vampires. That certainly didn't work. And then we try to give you one where it's flawed, where you still have those problems. You still get sad. You still get beat up. You still get whatever. And that seemed to work. And then I think at that point there was still somebody fighting back, because they did this 6 times at that. By the time the third one rolled around, they're like, "This is the 6th time" or whatever,
something like that.
Right.
Yeah, this is the 6th time.
So I think maybe
good old Colonel Sanders.
So I think maybe on attempt number 5 of restarting it, they kind of went to the drawing board and went, hey, maybe we should make them think that they're fighting like they've been fighting this entire time. Give them that program so they feel like they're out, and then they'll never be out. They'll always be in. And at that point, the one is the one who actually wakes up for gets out of that and then helps free everybody else. Or they're just rebooting the first one.
Well, yeah, I was thinking after you, because you've talked about that before. I'm glad you put it out, because that's your theory is sound. I like that. I agree with you. I think that would be the best way, because when he's like, this is the 6th time, blah, 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 and we're led to believe that Neo is the first of his kind to choose the other door. And so I'm thinking that left an imprint in the coding and whatever. And that's why now this Neo can remember that past life.
Right.
And things like that, where it's more than just like a feeling. Now he's having visions. And before, it's just like, you've always felt like something is wrong with the world around you. You've always felt, but he never really had visions. So now I think it was strong. And plus his super connection to, the Matrix once he gets tapped in. But yeah, it looks like he gets to, like I said, it looks like he gets kind of reawakened all over again. Mm-hmm. And then it kind of I think it just kind of speeds up, and then we'll see what's actually going on.
Right. I'm wondering also if by Neo sacrificing himself and, doing that deal with the machines, and then them saying okay, deal's made, go and take this guy out who's trying to take us all out as well. He does it, and, him not being part of the Matrix anymore, or at least being, able to, plug back in and do all that. I wonder if that is making everything else in their field of batteries start to just break down and shut down, as if like he's a part of a program that needs to be installed, and without that part of that program, the rest of the computer shuts down. So they're putting him back in without him being the one, and trying to keep him like, yeah, go to therapy, take all these blue pills, take all the blue pills, take a whole bunch, get all fucked up, don't wake up, because if this happens, then we're gonna have to go through all this crap again. So there could be that. There's talk that this is a direct sequel to the first one, kind of retconning the second and third one.
Really?
Yeah. And if that's the case,
Okay.
that gets rid of a lot of
If that's
story.
the case, then
Like a lot of story.
that does. I mean, that second one is
Fucking good.
that second Matrix movie is really I like it.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. The third one not so much. I get it. But yeah, that second one is I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
I saw that 3 times in theaters just to try to connect all the dots that Colonel Sanders in the chair was trying to tell me at the end of the fucking all that, because I kind of got it, but he was using words that surpassed my SAT scores, so I was just like, I don't know what you're saying when you say these words. I listen to you, then you say a word I've never heard, and you're like, what?
EGIE concurrently and
Ergo vis-a-vis. It's like, what
about credit cards?
What are you saying? Spike English.
So yeah, there's a lot of possibilities with this next Matrix movie. I got word from somebody that there's also a possibility that Neo and Trinity are the new Oracles.
Well, I don't know. There's that shot of the lady who puts down the book,
Alice in Wonderland,
and then you look up and she's wearing like glasses and kind of like that. Oh, I think that's your Oracle.
Could be, yeah.
Maybe. I think that's your new Oracle. She has that whole vibe to her.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think when he first saw the Oracle, when she was baking, when he first comes around the corner, was she reading something? And then puts the book down, then puts the aprons on. And
she was watching the cookies.
What was it?
She's just making sure, like, she's...
Okay. Oh, yeah, she was like, hold on.
Got to take them at the right time. Yeah.
Just right. Right.
Yep.
That's right. But I think that's your new Oracle anyway.
Well, we have a new Morpheus. That's been announced. He put it out. What is his name again? He's got a great name. Yahya Abdul Mateen II.
Yes, Mateen the second.
He has put out a tweet with his picture on Instagram with him doing his firing both ways, arms crossed with the smaller gun and the machine gun. And then just underneath it just says Morpheus.
Yeah.
And
that same fun expression on his face, because Morpheus is all about the fun.
Yes.
And real quick, I liked the teaser trailers where right before the trailer drop, if you went to what is the Matrix, and it just gave you a choice of red pill and blue pill, and depending on which one you clicked, if you click the blue pill, you get Neil Patrick Harris begin to talk to you like, I think you're losing your grip on reality. And then in whatever time it was, it'd be like, you think it's blah blah. Like right now, it'd be like, you think it's 12:37 p.m.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Then if you pick the red one, then you get Morpheus. Yahya
Abdul Mateen II.
Yahya Abdul Mateen. I wanted to go straight to Mateen. I'm like, no, I'm missing something. Yahya Abdul. He talks to you as Morpheus, and he's like, I forget exactly what he says, but again, in real time, he's like, you think it's 12:38 p.m. That couldn't be farther from the truth. Like,
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I just thought that they had released them at 6:27 and 6:28 because that's what the trailers were when they, put them on YouTube. And so I was like, oh, they must have just dropped those at that time, and that would have been kind of cool to see. But I didn't know that that they recorded that many times, and
I think it's just some kind of voice algorithm.
Could be
that they were able to put together.
It's not that hard to sit there and go 12:38. All you have to do is say 12, and then every number up to 99. Really, well, not really, but you know what I'm saying. So,
or probably like 12, and then like 20.
Yeah.
And then just like 1 through 9, because in that it is very like you believe it's 12:39 p.m.
Right.
It's
very robotic,
but it sounds
smooth.
that you're just like, oh shit, like it is that time, whatever. And then depending on which pill you clicked, that was the different beginning, and then they showed you different clips
Right.
from what eventually was the whole trailer. So
Yeah,
the
probably
lead up to
probably
the
is a
whole trailer
program
was
because
pretty
they
cool.
even talked about how they did that for Luke Skywalker for that episode of Mandalorian. That his lines are completely done by a computer program. So yeah, could have done that. Very cool. Very cool. Oh, Matrix.
Yeah, I'm in.
Matrix is this
Christmas.
December. I am in.
Yeah.
I cannot wait.
It's straight to HBO Max, but we'll see. I might even. Yeah, no, I might just stay at home for that one. Because I want to stop and break it down as it goes. I might not see Matrix.
I mean, if anything, I want to see it in the theaters and then go home and watch it immediately, probably again if it's good. I'll be okay with that. If it's a matinee and it happens to be what it was like for me with Shang Chi, at least the second attempt, then yeah, I mean, I had a whole row to myself. I was like, yeah, I'm good. In a 516 seat theater, there were 16 of us. That's some good social distancing right there. So, yeah, I'll see it in the theaters and then immediately go home and make some dinner and watch it again.
Awesome.
And then take notes because yeah, I'm back with that theater experience again.
Cool.
So Matrix, this Christmas.
Yeah, I say that, but come Christmas, I'll probably
Right.
I'll be right in fucking theaters. Like, yep, I'm saying.
As long as the theaters are open and I've got my booster, Mew hasn't taken over, I'm good. I'm going to go see him. So, yes, well, my friend, I believe that was the news.
The news. That was all the news.
That's a wrap. Everybody go home.
Got the check.
Cut the check.
That's such a cool saying.
All right.
I love Anthony Mack. I love that whole thing and just the difference. Got the check. Got the check. Got the
The
check.
cut the check montage. Yes. Very cool.
Okay.
All right. Well, shall we get into it then?
Let's get into the meat and potatoes of our episode.
Nom, 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 nom.
That's good.
It's good meat and potatoes. Meat and potatoes with that chantam sauce.
With that chantam sauce.
Oh, it's so garlicky.
All right. Shang Chi.
Bring a date.
Bring up a date to Shang Chi and Chantams, everybody. All right. Yes, Shang Chi, Legend of the Ten Rings. I quite enjoyed it. How about you?
Everybody was kung fu fighting. Fast as lightning. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Shang-Chi.
No, it's Shang-Chi.
I know,
Remember,
I know.
He went from Shang to Sean.
Shang to Shang. Yes. Prior to that, everybody's been calling him Shang. So it's good that we got it right. Like, it took a movie. All this time, it took a movie to actually go, no. You're all saying it wrong, but that's okay. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good to know.
Shang-Chi and Legend of the Ten Rings was quite enjoyable. I saw it twice. I got to see it with my mother. Hey, woo, 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 woo.
Hello, Mum.
Hey, Mom. So that was cool. It's a very good kung fu movie. Just has these elements of like it has an old school feel to it, but with just new flavor. And it's a good way to kick off kind of this new phase, this new, like, who maybe the new Avengers are going to be, who the new heroes of the next 10 years of these movies is going to be. Here's a great introduction to who this guy is and what he can do.
Yeah, I agree. It definitely was an introduction. The fighting was awesome.
Oh, my Lord. Some good stuff, man.
The only gripe that I would have is that I wish that there was more. That's the only real gripe I have with this movie. I mean, I might have some minor little nitpicks. Other than that, I just wanted more of the fighting. The fighting we got was great. Just next one, first 10 minutes is establish where we are. The next hour and 20 to an hour and a half, nothing but fighting. And then just bookend it with some establishing of what's going on in the next movie or where we are, or whatever. But just give us a pure hour and a half of just everything. Just fighting. But other than that, great movie. Cool introduction.
Well, I tell you, Justin, where they could have thrown in a little more fighting was at the end.
Yes, you did mention that you had a gripe of your own.
Yeah, and I do realize now that it's going to be kind of an unpopular opinion because everybody that I talk to loved the end. Not the very tail end of the movie. Like, the end of the movie was great, but I'm talking about the big dragon fight.
Yeah.
We'll go spoilers off bat, but we.
I figured if we were going to be talking about it, yeah. But
so, we'll put it in the intro like you usually do. So, but people should know by now. Yeah. Do you want to kind of go through the movie and get to that, or just want me to talk about that off bat? Or?
Oh well, let's get towards that at the end. I mean, we should just
figured.
Actually establish the movie. Go ahead,
Sure. Yeah,
read the end first, so that way, in case you die, you actually know what happens before you're done. What movie was that? Oh no! Never mind. When Harry Met Sally. I got it.
Boom.
There it is. Okay, so
I'll have what she's having.
Yes, Rob Reiner's mother. I believe that's who that was.
Go check that movie out, folks.
Good one. It's a good one. Billy Crystal, Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan.
Yes.
Where is Meg Ryan?
She's either going to show up in a DC or a Marvel movie.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. Nah.
Those are her options at this point.
Wasn't she the broad that... I know this is, like, completely off topic, but wasn't she the broad that, like, cheated on Randy Quaid with Russell Crowe?
I think Dennis Quaid.
Randy Quaid's the...
That's a heck of a couple right there. Randy Quaid and Meg Ryan, Hollywood superstars, married. Oh, sorry. Dennis Quaid with who?
I think she was with Dennis Quaid and then cheated on Dennis Quaid with Russell Crowe. I could be completely off my rocker, but...
I'm leaving this in either way.
Like, she did something like that. I don't want to type in Meg Ryan scandal, but I'll just put Meg Ryan cheating, because if I'm completely wrong, I'm sorry to Meg Ryan fans and Meg Ryan everything.
So many Meg Ryan fans.
As her marriage to Quaid came to an end, she struck up an affair with Crowe. As Ryan told Today in 2008, the brief romance wasn't the reason for her and Quaid's separation and subsequent divorce. Russell didn't break up the marriage, she said. He was definitely there at the end, but it wasn't his fault.
I mean, it just kind of sealed the deal, though.
I remembered, like, that. I can't remember things I'm supposed to remember to get my life together sometimes, but I clearly remember that Meg Ryan cheated on Dennis Quaid with Russell Crowe.
Priorities, man. Some certain things you just have to remember or don't. They're just, no matter what, you still do.
That's somewhat disappointing. That's all right.
If you ever make it on Jeopardy.
I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Meg Ryan, moments in history.
It's there. Now we have it.
Yep. We have our moments in history, folks. We all do. And either way, we're going to talk about them at some point on this show.
Speaking of legends and history, the Shang Chi opening.
Is that what we're talking about?
The Shang Chi opening is, now that I'm thinking about it, it's probably my favorite part of the movie.
I enjoyed it quite a bit.
Because right from the opening pitch, it's like, boom, here's the flag. Boom, here's our guy. Boom, here's how dope the 10 rings are. We're not going to make you wait to see how great these are.
Right.
We're gonna just open this bitch up. We're gonna go. And yeah, the 10 rings are badass.
Yeah.
Badass.
Yeah, those are some tools.
Badass.
Those are some armor / weapons you want on your side. And wherever he got them, which we'll talk about more towards the end. Mm-hmm. I don't know how he got them. Nobody does. It's racking my brain. Can't wait to have more detail come in.
Yeah, it just said that he found them in a crater, or it was something else. But yeah, they gave that's the subtitles. Yeah, hopefully we get more. And there's something else with the rings, or we'll wait till we get to the end where I'm just like, what is going on? So,
right.
But he goes about, he's whipping the rings about, and knocking out arrows, and he throws them to the ground. It propels him off his horse, and then he's just he uses him as like whips, and he can choke him and pick him up and slam him down, and he can shoot him at people, and fuck, dude. Like,
this is a massive change from literally 10 rings on somebody's hands, shooting laser beams out of them.
right?
Which I'm fine with. I talked to somebody probably about a week before I saw the movie who went, "This is not my Shang Chi. This is not the 10 rings that I know about, and Fing Fang Foom and I'm just like, okay, I get it. It's not my Superman, but I mean, I still enjoyed his acting and enjoyed what he did when it was cool. But, there's certain things you just got to get over. But I enjoyed the change. I think that it just gives it just more badass vibe. If we had 10 rings on somebody's hands, it would be too close to the Infinity Gauntlet. And we all seen just the gems and the rings on the fingers and all that. And we don't, or the knuckles or whatever. But, yeah,
Right.
We're
Right.
good. We're good. We're good on
Right.
that. It's time to move on from gems.
And then we were talking about fights, and there was another fight that I missed. Seems old Zhu Wenwu was looking for the village of Ta Lo.
Yeah.
Because he wants to become more powerful because he's let the rings kind of corrupt him.
Yeah.
He meets Ying Li, and then they have a little fight. I mean, if you want to call it that. Zhu Wenwu gets kind of put in his place, especially when airbending starts happening. So
Yeah, what I loved about all that was just we go from this Marvel battleground period piece where this dude is just fucking destroying everybody, and then we get into Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. And it just it completely shifts, and the shift is welcomed because you're starting to see, you get that Marvel vibe, and then they're like, "Hey, remember this?" So yeah, I really like that scene. The lighting, the overall set, because that really just had set vibes. It didn't have that everything's CGI. If it was, wow, they're really making it good. But yeah, I enjoyed that quite a bit.
Indeed.
Yeah.
I like seeing a little bit of the what looks like airbending.
Yeah.
Going on. And then all this is being told to a 14-year-old Shang Chi by his mother. That's how we fell in love. And
I think he looked more like around 8 at that point. 14 was later on.
oh, right, that's when he's getting his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like 8 or something like that. Right. You're right. You're absolutely right. But yeah, he's getting told this story by his mother, and was a little origami stat. No, it gives him the necklace. That's right. It gives him the necklace and said, "Here, I want you to take this. The pendant that will become oh so very important."
Yeah, she was talking about the dragon of her village, the protector, and that's where she had her power. And then at that point, by
She gave
leaving,
that all up. Yeah.
Yep, gave
But
it
she
all
got
up
something better in return. Oh, that got a nice little in the theater.
Those heartstrings.
I got zero awe. I had a 516 seat theater, and there was 16 of us. Had my own row, and everybody was quite quiet the entire time, except for a few coughs where I was like, "Really?" Same person, at least 5 or 6 times throughout the movie. I'm like, by the end of the movie, I just kind of said on the final cough, I went, "If you're coughing this much, you shouldn't be at a theater." It was a nice quiet point too. I was like, yeah, at least I got my frickin' point out there.
Yeah. We should shout out real quick. Tony Leung and Fala Chen play Wenwu and Ying Li. Shout out those the actor and actress. Nice chemistry between them during that fight. You see it coming a mile away. As soon as she flashes him, the kind of instant of a smile. And it's also kind of one of these things that's like, you have too much hate to beat me. Like, this is not gonna work out for you. But
Right.
it's great. And we get to see her kind of taking full control of the rings, using her gift to use them against Wenwu, and we see the colors change.
Right.
Yeah. That's kind
Which
of your
is
first,
some foreshadowing right there, I would say.
First foreshadowing of like, hey, y'all, look what can be done.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then this story being told to him turns into kind of what could be a dream. And we wake up to see grown man Shang-Chi
Yes.
waking up in his small little apartment. I also thought he was living in like a garage, like a big garage, but who am I to judge?
Hey, garages, they work. But yeah, he was doing his morning push-ups. So obviously he was a guy who kept in shape. Didn't decide to just, let it all go. I mean, it works for Thor. He's a god of thunder. But Shang Chi had to do his morning push-ups.
Right.
I got to start doing some morning push-ups.
And the 10 rings, and just to backtrack, I forgot that we should mention the 10 rings makes you eternal. So
right.
When we say it, right in the
that is
beginning, when I said
we
should start with legends in history, it's because, so the opening was thousands of years ago, and I think the search for Ta Lo happens in like 96.
It's a year after Captain Marvel.
Look at that. Look, you're putting the timeline together. Yeah. All right, TVA.
Sorry, excuse me.
You're good.
I happen to be doing a podcast about comic book movies and stuff. Yeah, I got to retain some memory here.
For sure,
some information has to stay in there, so that way I'm not going, hey, what was that movie again? Sorry.
I don't know. I will say we've come
I still
a long
do that
way
anyway.
from episode 1. I was thinking that too. Like, it's still gonna happen, but that's cool. It's the power of editing. But we've come a long way since episode 1. It's awesome. I like the progress.
We're doing good.
But yeah, so I like how they give you this. You see him doing the push-ups, and he's going out, and then they flash to like a nice car pulling up somewhere. A dude steps out, and already you're kind of thinking like, okay, like here comes a boss. But then it's another random dude throws the keys to Shang Chi, and it's like, oh hey, and it's like, oh, all right,
right,
the valet park and shit in San Francisco. That's cool. We get to meet Aquafina. Who did better in this movie than I thought was. I'll say, this is the first thing I've seen her actually act in. But so I don't know if she delivers that every time. But I'll say she was more enjoyable than I thought she was going to be.
Well, yeah, no, I can agree with that because the trailers, when it comes to the timing of the jokes and her quips and her remarks and all that, you're just getting those randomized, and you're not getting the lead up to it. You're not getting the slight pause that might happen for, just that comedic timing. And she's got great comedic timing and delivery.
Yes.
So
yes.
The trailers do not do her justice. If you haven't seen this and you're listening to this and you're still debating on seeing it, that might be one of the things that's holding you back. Don't worry about it. She's great. She's great.
Just wait till November 14th at this point if you haven't seen it yet. You might
that is true. It will be coming to Disney Plus for everybody.
Yeah.
Or is it November 12th? November 12th, that's the Disney Plus day. I could be wrong. Hey, you know what? We've been wrong before. Apparently, I think I said November 11th is when the Star Wars Visions is dropping, and then it's September 22nd. So we're doing good. At least we can correct it here and now, even though who knows when this is going to be out. But
you are correct.
Okay.
It is November 12th. You're absolutely correct.
Okay, good. Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
Good.
I'm right about two things, 1996 and November 12th.
There you go. Woo! Way to go, calendar, man.
Yeah.
Did you know that when you see Sean Gunn in Suicide Squad, and he calls like, you pretty freaking pansy? He's supposed to be playing Calendar Man.
Ah.
Yeah.
Didn't he have dates across his head? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday across his head or something. Yeah. Well, there you have it.
Yeah. Anyway. Back to Shang Chi.
Is that what we were talking about?
I swear, we did like this movie.
We did.
Absolutely. But, we get this, she's whipping the car around San Francisco, this, that, and the third, and then they go to dinner with some friends, and the friends are giving them this, like, hey, or at least the one friend's giving her, like, hey, why don't y'all grow up speech.
Right. Well, I liked how the driving, when that happened, I was like, more foreshadowing. Okay. Rings turn a different color when somebody else uses them. She can drive. Okay. We're establishing things. This is good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I don't know why I thought instantly of Ferris Bueller when the valets take Cameron's dad's car out and they're hitting
the Star Wars music. Bang! See them driving away. Woo-hoo!
Yeah.
Love it.
Whipping it run through the streets of San Francisco, which is not easy to do. And
especially without getting pulled over.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing too. Like, if you've never been, for people out there, if you've never been to San Francisco, the streets are never that clear. Like, that can't happen.
No.
The bus thing is a little more believable than just her being able to whip that car through that traffic like that. Like, nah, that's not happening.
Right.
Sorry, but it was a great look. It was a really
course.
great look.
Yeah. Like, street racing in all the Fast and Furious movies. Never a cop in sight, except for like when they're done racing. It's like, we gotta bust this street race.
Well, remember, Paul Walker was the
faster.
cop.
Well,
So-
yes, you know what I'm saying, though. You know what I'm saying. All that shit going down. Not one highway patrolman.
And you know me, we don't ever have to talk about Fast and Furious, because if we do, it'll just be a whole griping session.
Oh, that's right. You don't like those movies.
I mean, I just think they've gone. I just think there's too many of them.
You don't want them to film like 2 more back to back.
They're gonna do that already.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You don't want them to do that. You don't want to see 2 more.
So I like when Katie and Sean, as we know him, are walking through the alley and they're sitting there and they're like, oh, but I don't get it. Like, driving a car is really, being a valet is really hard.
Right.
When I was watching that with my mother, she was laughing out loud at that part. That was pretty funny.
Right.
And in the back of my mind, I'm going, okay, glad I didn't become a valet driver. I can see how she scoffs at that job.
Yeah.
I imagine being a valet parker, a valet is not hard. It's more pressure than it is hard, because you're, especially in San Francisco, like if you're dealing with people's expensive fucking cars, man, and anything could fucking happen. So I wouldn't say it's necessarily hard, but it's just mad pressure, where it's just like, because in the end, on the other hand, it's probably really fun, because you're getting a fucking, like what we saw. Some certain cars pull up and you're like, what? I get to drive this, like,
Right.
But like, one thing goes wrong.
Yeah.
That shit. Yeah, like, you about to lose your job.
Should be a special valet union. Highly insured.
Man. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the driving record and all that shit's heavy. Trying to do that.
Yeah. Well,
Especially for like, if they look like they were at like a hotel or something. So like high end hotel, or it could just be that one dude was just like, yeah, I'm feeling myself today, about to get up in this hotel.
Right.
It could be just maybe they were just driving like
Best
buckets.
Western.
They're driving buckets the rest of the day.
Right.
The Griswold hatchback, awesome.
It still has the luggage on top. My favorite kind.
This is dope.
They don't want the luggage?
Then they have the nice little, speaking of foreshadowing, they have the nice little thing where it's just like, yeah, well, we have the early shift tomorrow. We should probably go on and go to bed. Yeah, we could do that. And they have themselves a nice little night out of karaoke.
Yes.
Here's the thing. Was it just those two in the place? Because people weren't cheering. There was no, like, they just showed really them two. Like,
you can get...
And they just were just like some back-to-back-to-back songs, I imagine.
Right. You can get special, just like you go to a karaoke place and you get a room. And you just bring all your friends, have your drinks, and you sing karaoke, and it's just with your friends. So that way you don't have to be embarrassed about singing in front of an entire bar full of people you don't know. So they probably just had a room, and they just both went, yep, here we go, let's do this. And had their fun.
All right.
Yeah. That's what I got out of it, because they were still passed out, and if you were passed out in a bar, usually people wake you up and say, hey, get the fuck out. So had to have been one of those closed room, you get your own private karaoke rooms.
Okay. Well, yeah, that was a date. That was a date night for them.
Right.
Call it what it is.
Right.
Because they're quote unquote just friends.
Just friends.
Whatever,
Right.
So yeah, breakfast the next morning.
And then on to the bus and figure
they
out.
have to catch their bus, which this is when the movie picks back up. If you don't care about the whole like banter between Shang Chi and Katie and all this, and you're just like, I just want to see some shit. Here comes the shit. Shit's here.
Right. And then you have everybody in the back of the bus looking normal, and then the rest of them have giant scowls on their faces and tattoos and huge biceps.
Now, to be fair, it is San Francisco,
Right,
so
but still, that's a big
people riding the bus with scowls on their faces in San Francisco is
right,
pretty par for the course, I think.
right. But at the same time, they were all looking forward.
Indeed.
If you're all like pissed off, like all the group of them, even if they're sitting separately, are all looking forward, pissed off, and everybody else is looking at their phones or talking to each other, looking out the window. And you got those guys looking forward. I'm like, oh, look at all those bad guys.
Yeah, the instant shady characters on the bus.
Yep.
Like, let's sit over here, that type of thing. But let's sit where we can watch them.
I mean, we saw Sword Guy in the trailer,
seat.
so right when you see him, which is his name. Oh,
Taser faced. Razor fist.
Razor fist and taser face. Oh no! Sounds like a freaking perfect comic book. It's just the adventures of Taser Face and Razor Fist. Okay.
Florian Montiano.
Yes, he was in Creed 2.
He plays Dolph's son. Yeah.
Yeah. We're good
He's
at
the baby.
We're good at this.
He's Big Baby Russian.
Yeah.
Drago's son.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
He's the Big Baby Russian.
And now he's in this.
I must break you too.
Yes.
Your pops wasn't shit.
Dun dun dun. As the crowd goes, ooh.
Living in America and dying in the ring and shit.
Remember, they all applauded me. Okay. I'm American in Russia, and they're all applauding me, just letting you all know, okay?
Isn't that if I could change and you could change? Is that speech?
Probably.
Okay.
It's not my favorite. We've just lost the entire podcast. We're like, that's not your favorite, Rocky?
Nah.
No.
If you like Rocky, that's not your favorite Rocky.
No, it's
I'm
not.
just saying. Yeah,
I mean,
I'm just saying.
we all like the fights. We all like the fights. Who doesn't like the fights? But some of those Rocky movies. I mean, like Rocky 5. Come on. Everybody says give it another chance. I'm good. Good.
Yeah, we've done all we need to. Yeah. The bus in Shang Chi.
We're talking about Shang Chi.
One of the creepy dudes just come walking by. He's like, "Hey man, I like your pendant, bruh.
Right.
I need that." And all hell breaks loose.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I think we get our first holy shit from Awkwafina, because I think she drops it like 4 or 5 times in this movie. I could just be exaggerating, but I felt like she said it a lot.
Right. Well, when he gets grabbed, and he's like, "Come on, he can't even fight. Leave him alone." then she gets slapped or kind of like pushed down by the face, by the hand, and
that
forgot exactly what it was.
Everyone mad.
Oh, yeah.
That looked hard. That looked hard. Even if you're in that situation, and that same friend is just like, he can't even fight, and you see that, you're going to fight.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter, because you don't do that.
No.
Yeah.
So that right there lit a match, lit a fire under his ass, and that was like, okay.
I get you going. Yeah, I get you going.
Yeah.
That got everyone going. It was a very easy way to get the crowd going, like, kick his ass, Seabass. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's very well done.
What was your crowd like? How big of a theater?
The first time I saw it at the old Grand Lake Theater in Oakland, and they had it in the big main room where they have the organ. So it was a pretty big crowd.
Nice.
You could tell people were coming back to the movies. In fact, there was this cute moment where the Grand Lake Theater played this little commercial where they're like, "We just want to let everybody know, after a year and a half of this and this, and we want to welcome you back to the movies." And everybody started cheering, and they're like, "Yeah!" So it was nice. And then the second time I saw it was in like a little smaller regular theater, so not a whole lot of people there. The crowd was into it, man. The bus scene got some hoots and hollers. right off the bat where my man it takes off his jacket to defend the guy and then has to whips it and puts the jacket back on. I'm like,
oh yeah, using it
I'm
as
like, okay,
just like the wrap around the hand and then wrap it around him. And,
yeah, we are here. We are here now. Like this is fucking dope.
Had a very Jackie Chan feel to it when he started with it. I was just like, I got old Jackie Chan vibes to it.
Funny that you say that. The stunt coordinator for the movie was on Jackie Chan's stunt team.
Oh shit.
I almost think it was a shout out to this because the Jackie Chan stunt team, they love doing the things on scaffoldings.
Right.
It felt like, like if you think Rush Hour 2, and you think you can go back to one of Jackie Chan's older movies where, they use scaffoldings very well with fight. And so that's why we get that, when they're outside later when we talk about that scene, when they're outside the Sisters Club, that's, I was like, oh yeah, this is totally Jackie Chan stunt coordination team. Like, yeah. So that's why the fighting feels that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Dig it.
Yeah.
Well, he pulled it off well, that's for sure.
Yeah, man, he is using every part of this bus. He's parkouring all over this bus. He's doing some Matthew Broderick Lady Hawk shit in this bus.
Yep. Yes, he is.
Call back. Yeah.
Bravo.
Call back to it. Yes, we did it. I'm putting it down.
Where's the mic? Where's the mic?
We can go.
No, I shouldn't drop the mic. We're recording.
Yeah, you're no, it's expensive. Please don't drop the mic.
I'm not going to drop the mic. Promise. I won't break my mic.
Yeah, he's doing some going in between the little things and fucking going about. Your boy in the back starts doing. There's always that one. Your boy in the back starts filming it, talking about
which is, I believe, the guy who was selling hot dogs in Spider-Man.
That is the guy who was selling hot dogs.
Do a flip.
Yeah. So he, I took karate when I was younger, so I'm gonna critique this fight.
Right. Man.
There's always one.
Yep.
And yeah, we get to watch Sean whip some fucking ass. There's a level. There's like 3 levels to this fight. The first level is the introduction, where he's just whipping through, doing this, that, and the third.
Having a seat.
And then...
giving a smile to a passenger. Like, hi, how you doing? Yeah.
Takes your girl's laptop. That was...
yeah, that was...
When I was in the theater, that was the first big... That was another big just awe moment when he goes for the laptop, everybody along with her just goes, no!
Yeah, and then it's fucked up. Not only that, he hands it back to her. At that point, don't give it back to me. Don't give it back to me and apologize.
What are you, an asshole?
Right. Right. It's like fucking taking my pizza, stepping on it, and give it back. Going, here you go.
And you just made fun. Your girl was over there making fun of me for doing it too, man. I'm just trying to get my learn on, and she over here making fun of me because she doesn't want to do anything but drive the car and get with you. So whatever.
Moral of the story, folks: don't get a good education and use your laptop on public transportation. It could get chopped in half by a sword.
By taser face. I mean razor fist.
Razor fist. The adventures of Razor Fist and Taser Face.
Somewhere Rocket is just dying of laughter.
Yep. Hopefully he meets him at some point down the line. I'm gonna need that hand. Yeah. Or is it the whole arm? I mean, does the blade itself extend? Or does it come out of his arm like Wolverine? Or we got a mutant here?
See that
what do we got here?
I don't know. You see that little bit at the end where, he can just like snap it off and just inject another weapon into it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think it pops out of it and he can keep it just extended if he needs to. But so that's the first part. The second part is when we enter the tunnel and he turns up and we get this side shot, like this one side shot that reminded me of like Old Boy when he's moving through the hallway,
right?
Where he's just had enough and he's starting to get these cats the fuck out of here because he knocks them out of the bus.
Yeah,
he's just in great freaking ways, just man going forward. That was some really good cinematography.
And it wasn't any type of like I'm gonna hit these guys, but I don't want to kill them and make sure they don't. Make sure they catch them before they fall out of the bus, too, and all that. Like, no, catch the passengers. Who cares about them?
When the middle divider kind of rips, and then it's like it gets real, and he's like, oh, my signal. Make a hard right. He's like, what signal? And he literally gets in this thing and pulls the fucking hand signal thing.
Ding! Stop requested.
Aquafina's whipping her. And then why I said the bus was more believable than her driving the thing was like she gets in this situation where, yeah, she's trying to drive, and then there's another truck, and it's like, yeah, well, now this is going to happen. Because, yeah, I was like, yep, there's the streets of San Francisco, I know. And then she's got to take out all these cars. And
Yep.
But we got to see what Speed might have looked like if it was in San Francisco.
Speed 3. There it is.
I got Speed vibes watching that. I was like, man, she's getting her Sandra Bullock on right now.
That would be like a 20-minute short.
It just goes straight down and just falls into the bay or something.
Well, because it's, the moment you hit one of those steep fucking hills at 50 miles an hour and expect it to land perfectly, no, it's done. Even if it does land, it's going to pop some tires, it's going to screw up an axle, and that truck or bus ain't going to go.
You mean like the moment when that bus jumped 20 pieces of wood and it was able to clear that gap and land perfectly?
Especially when there was no ramp.
Oh no, the 20 pieces of wood that they jumped over was good enough.
Did you see how it was falling immediately when it left that? Like that?
I remember watching like the behind the scenes, and they were like, yeah, so we have to film it jumping off the ramp, and then we have to film it landing because it's not one shot because we can't.
Absolutely not.
Because we can't do this in real life. A little bit of trickery.
Lost a couple of buses over that shoot.
That's right. The bridge is out. What do you mean the bridge is out? It's finished. It's right here on the map. It's on the goddamn map. I guess they fell behind. You're fired. You're all fucking fired.
Everybody put your head down. It's like, yeah, that'll help if you go off a bridge. You're good.
Shang-Chi.
Are we talking about Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi gets the pendant snatched from his neck.
He does, unfortunately.
In the ruckus. Looks like old Razor Fist did his job.
Right.
It's come to find out, good old Razor Fist got the pendant. So, mission accomplished. And then, he's got to go pack, and it's off to...
Yes, because he says and reveals that if they've come for mine, that means they're going to go after my sister's necklace.
You pendant. Have a sister?
And it's reveal.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
Yeah, on the plane ride, he gets the... he tells the story.
You could tell me on the plane.
Right.
Well, Katie on him. No, Sean, you could tell me on the plane.
Slams the door.
That was funny.
Yeah.
That was a good little... You could tell me on the plane. Say, how much would you say a trip to Macau is?
Oh, well, let's see. The last time I went, it was about... Let me check my book. Let me check my travel log. Hold on a second. I know it's around here somewhere. Hey, wait. Hold on a second. Oh, it's right here. I don't know. There it is. Great. Yeah.
That's great.
Put this back here. Yeah, so I don't know.
Because I was curious. We're like, here's I feel like, for cats who are just like driving valet cars, like all of a sudden it was just like, I need to go to Macau now. And then she can just join like that.
Right.
Like, oh, where'd y'all get Macau money? Like,
off the bat, ready to go. Just
yeah, it looked like y'all been struggling to do this thing, and all of a sudden she whipping around like, I'll see you on the plane, John. I'm like, wait, you coming? You have Macau money? You coming? Like, I don't know.
Well, it's all that karaoke money. They had to put something aside to be able to go on their karaoke benders, especially if you're going for a private room. You know what I'm saying? So that's money, I think.
That's funny.
No, that's money.
They're going to Macau because that's where the postcard was sent to them from. And while they're on the plane, we get the story of what happened to Shang-Chi when he went to go live with his father.
Yes, he gets the story of his sister and how she looked like she was watching from the sidelines and learning on her own.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
Yeah.
Super awesome. And, he's going through some brutal stuff. He's right in his room. He's got to punch this log. And, But
the
you
good
see him-
old-fashioned punching log.
right.
We all had one,
had
you know what I'm saying?
I did.
You know what I mean?
I had one. I had one, and then I took my drumsticks to it, and then
Right.
things were never the same.
Mine was oak.
Yeah,
Yeah. Solid oak. These knuckles didn't form themselves, you know. Well, they did, but you know,
I know what you mean.
well, you know what I mean. So I don't have to explain it. I don't have to explain it. If you know what I mean, I don't have to explain it.
No.
Yeah.
So yeah, he kind of turns into this little badass.
Kind of
He
hard
said
not to
he-
at that point.
He knew I knew a bunch of ways to kill a man by the time I was 14. Like, you know, like when you see him, he has a little quick montage of him turning into a badass, and then he gets
Montage. Boop.
and then he gets sent on his first little assignment. Pops is like, "Yo, I'm gonna hand you this knife, the assassin knife. That means you got to go." And then we get this nice little fun interruption from the stewardess.
Oh, yes. Would you like
Vegetarian
the
or beef?
Yeah.
We're out of the vegetarian, so the beef.
I just
Because
love the pause.
that's what
Like,
you
so, and it's like, oh, like, really? You're giving me the option because you gave me two options, and now there's one that's not there. I think maybe that was just like so starve or food? So, do you want food at all? Like,
Right. I'll just keep eating the complimentary peanuts.
Right.
Thanks, yo. Like,
can't do those on
Fine.
planes anymore, bro.
flying to Macau. Damn it, man.
Almonds or pretzels.
Right, because people are allergic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though I think they still serve them. But I think if you announce that you have a peanut allergy, at that point, they can't serve the peanuts. Even though that there's probably fucking peanuts everywhere, you know.
But they land in Macau, and
Oh, yeah, Shang Chi.
they get to the address that was left on the postcard. They're in an elevator, and he signs a contract, which, look, man, never sign a contract. Like,
Yes, what are you doing? Signing in to
Macau,
go
you're
up
gonna-
to fucking what floor? Like, what am I signing
I
here?
guess
Always
that's what
ask.
he figured. Ask
I
a
guess I got to
question.
sign in
Like,
order to get into this club. That's what I do all the time.
It's not like the dude was real talkative, you know what I mean?
Right.
Wasn't real chipper, not real forthcoming, but I do like the joke she threw in there, like, and I bet this elevator's up to code. It's not, not gonna fall off the building or anything.
Kaboom! As it gets to where it's supposed to go.
And then they get to an underground little fight place. Turns out they
Overground.
They get to meet They get to meet Ronnie Chiang, John, comedian Ronnie Chiang introduces them. Hey, I love. He goes. That's okay. I speak ABC. that was great. Bus boy. Yeah, bunch of views already.
Yep.
It's already gone viral because that's what happens when these things happen nowadays.
We then get led into the fight scene, which is then not even the big fight scene. He's like, "Oh, this isn't even the main event."
One of the people in the little main fights was one of the Black Widows.
Oh,
She was in the movie. She's one that was chasing Scarlet.
Oh, okay.
around. And
Dig it.
It was confirmed.
so
that it
she
was the
just went,
same
"Okay, this is
character.
what I'm going to do now."
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I thought that was neat.
And then we get another cameo.
Indeed. We get
Two more cameos,
two
actually.
cameos. Yeah.
We get Wong from Doctor Strange, played by Benedict Wong,
Mm-hmm.
which is kind of cool.
Which is very cool.
You know,
Whatever.
it's like somebody like going, "Okay, in this movie, your character's name is Justin." It's like, all right, cool. That'll be easy. I'll respond to that. I won't fuck up when somebody calls my name. Like, oh, that's me.
Right.
So yeah, Benedict Wong playing Wong, and we have a other cameo from what looks like a more evolved Abomination, who was voiced by Tim Robbins or Tim Roth. Tim Robbins, folks.
Imagine.
It's okay. I mean, he'll show up in one of the movies, probably the one with Meg Ryan in it.
He was in Howard the Duck.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Whoa.
See what I'm saying?
Whoa, folks.
Tim Robbins could show. I'm waiting for Tim Robbins to show up at some point around Howard the Duck, and I still have not realized. It's still a surprise to me every single time that Howard the Duck is being voiced by Seth Green.
Yes.
I'm just like, oh yeah, that's right. Shit, that's right.
Right. Yeah. There was a little bit of that Griffin voice in what was it? The second episode of What If. You can hear a little bit of that. Not Brian. What's
the kid's name. I'm great with names. So good with names. I love it. I must have had COVID. Used to be sharp as a whip.
You don't even smoke.
Cham Tam whips.
You don't even smoke before we do this.
Right? I don't smoke. I don't do that stuff. Devil's lettuce. Damn it. The unchristian cabbage. Sorry. I'm going to cut all this shit out. Anyways. If that's not one, and I just made that up, I'm going to pat myself on the back.
Good
Okay,
job.
so.
I'll give you credit.
Okay. All right. Anyways. What were we saying? Oh, yes, The Abomination, played by Tim Robbins, was doing the voice, and I believe the motion capturing for it.
Oh,
Could
nice.
be wrong, but which is him returning, and he will also be returning for She-Hulk.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. So,
Cool.
good times. He had the ears.
People
He
are
had
going,
the fin ears.
People are going, who's Abomination? And it's like, oh, y'all remember that Ed Norton Incredible Hulk movie? Yeah. That guy.
Yes.
Because some people might go and like, but that's who? And it's like, yeah. Way back.
I don't believe they have that on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
So
way back in the way back times, Incredible Hulk got his own movie in the MCU.
yes,
We
came out the same year as Iron Man.
They just don't really talk about it because at the time it was Ed Norton, and Ed Norton in the studio got into a little, creative different tiff, and as Disney and kind of Marvel's wanted to do, they're like, you one person are not bigger than this project, so we will go find someone else and keep this train moving without you. So hence Mark Ruffalo now being Incredible Hulk.
Right.
And Incredible Hulk hasn't gotten his own movie since.
It's because of Universal. Damn Universal. We love you, Universal.
We don't love you for the Eric Bana Hulk, though. Sorry.
I mean, you have to start somewhere.
Sorry.
Right.
There were lots of other places to start. They could have.
We've had 3 Fantastic Four movies. 4 if you count that one that was from the early 90s that didn't even get released. Before we get, this one that's probably going to blow all of those out of the water. So you had to start somewhere with that Hulk, with the Hulk dogs, the Hulk poodle. And you had to also see the Hulk get bigger as he got angrier and stronger.
So that was a cool aspect. I did like that because that's what.
Oh, I did not.
Sorry.
He was too big.
Isn't that kind of what's supposed to happen? Like maybe to not that degree.
No.
But
He gets stronger as he gets angrier.
sure, but how? Are you
But the
going
size
to,
that he gets to is pretty much the size that he's at. He is not as big as a 2-story condo. He should not be that big. When he kneels down and grabs Betty, and then the Hulk dogs attack and everything,
Oh, you didn't like
that
the-
is
you didn't
too
like
big.
The King Kong aspect that they put on him.
Too big.
My
Too fucking big.
my spoon is too big.
My Hulk is too big. Doesn't sound like a problem. Oh, wait.
Contract that Shang Chi signs.
That's right, Shang Chi.
We should talk about that little joke where he's just like, oh, by the way, my name's not technically Sean. It's Shang Chi. He's like, what?
And she's like, Sean. Yeah.
Shang. No, Shang-Chi. Shang. Shang. You change your name from Sean to Shang.
Right.
Hi, my name's Gina. I'm trying to hide out. My new name is Gina.
Right.
So Shang-Chi turns out what he signed at the beginning turned out to be a contract. He's going to fight in the big dome that we just saw Wong and
Abomination.
get down in, and
Played by Tim Robbins.
played by Tim Robbins. And who does he have to fight, Justin? Turns out
He's got to fight his own sister.
Xiling,
Yep.
played by actress Mingur Shang,
Bravo.
who does an
She was great.
does an excellent job. This is my, you know what? After rethinking about it, we'll get to my, I'll get to what my favorite part of the movie is when we get to it. Because I after thinking about it again, I'm like, nah, there's a moment that trumps everything, and it might be one of your favorite parts too. But turns out we get this. I did enjoy this part to the movie because they go through the motions. The fight is great. Stop hitting me. But bow, and she clearly upset.
Right.
She clearly going for blood. And then,
Oh,
how'd
shit.
you enjoy the fight? How'd you enjoy that?
Wasn't it pretty quick?
Yeah. As some fights like that should be, I think.
Right.
Because
I mean, it was...
it was a fight, but he was not trying to do his thing.
He's just trying to not get hit, and he's just more self-defense, and she's all about it. But we get the nice little flashback, where she's like, "Yeah, I don't want you to go," and when I do my motions, I can still feel mom, and mom's dead, and he's all ornery, and I'll see you in 4 days.
Mom's dead. Get over it, kid. It's like,
what a great older brother.
Right. I'll see you in 4 days. Awesome. And then she delivers one of the sickest kicks I've seen in a minute, where it just puts him on his ass, man. Like,
just face pressed against the glass. Done. Night. Yeah. Cool fight. Yeah. Like I said, I wanted this movie to be like an hour and 40 minutes of just Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, every other, hard-boiled, give me everything. Old boy, every fight you can, mixed with the Matrix and into a Marvel movie, just for an hour and 45 minutes. Some people would be like, it's too much fighting. It's like, no, it's not. This is what you come here for. But you also have to establish the backstories and all that. So, yeah. No, that was cool. I like the fighting more on the scaffolding, which happens next.
Which happens next, because turns out sister didn't send the postcard. It's a good old trick by dad to try to get them in the same place, same time. And yeah, we get the big scaffold fight.
That was cool. And cool. Like you said, it was, a very Jackie Chan homage. And all of that was great. I don't know. I don't have much to gripe about that.
No, there's some great visuals. They use the scaffolding very well. There's that really cool shot where he's running to Katie when she's hanging off the thing.
It's breaking.
Off a piece of bamboo, and you can see the whole thing without a cut, where he just runs, he dodges, does this whole thing, is able to catch her.
Right, all that. But then drops her. But
then sister shows up, and then, you left us for dead. I just want you to see how I felt. And now
thank you for that little life lesson.
And we're back into it, man. And they handle it. And then turns out Triple OG shows up, dude in the mask.
Yeah, the one who trained.
Basically, the one who trained him. Basically, his taskmaster in a way.
Mm-hmm.
They have probably my favorite fight in the movie.
That shot
is dope.
I mean, you can say that's, people would compare it to like the John Wicks and the certain shots from, like, say, I think it was Spectre or one of the 007s, where you got the fighting and you have the glass floor to ceiling windows, and you have whatever type of, I guess, digital billboard lit up in the background, or some kind of a sign lit up in the background, so it's all lit and you just get the silhouette of them fighting. Very, very, I guess, popular shot at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I like that
this was done really well.
There's the classic shot where fucking Caps and Bucky are going fucking tag team on fucking Iron Man, and you get that shot, that great thing where he passes the shield, he catches it, hits it, deflects it, throws it back to Cap. I'm like, oh my lord, like, go watch that. Go watch that part again.
Right.
In Civil War. That fight's great.
And when I say that I wanted more of the fighting, it's like I wanted more of that type of fighting. Sure. I like the single shot, wide angle, you get to see them really, moving top speed, really just blocking those kicks and punches and delivering those kicks and punches. And
that knife
I like that type of stuff.
Back and forth between them, just in deflecting. And it's Then, turns out Pops is actually in the building. And he's like, you guys got to come back to the compound. It's important. So they go back and
they have dinner.
He gets to throw that little great joke out there. It's like, do you want to know what the Americans did? Can I tell you what the Americans did? They took my whole little thing and they made it a chicken dish.
Yeah.
It's an orange.
Everybody was afraid of a fruit.
Yeah. You. Yeah. American girl. Her name is Katie.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Then
get some more backstory.
Of
the wife and him raising the kids, I believe, and then just starting over and going like, no, we have to do this. I'm back. I think that's what he was talking about. Like, I had to come back and do my thing. Once she died, or I don't. I've seen it once.
Yeah, well, they have the dinner, and it's when he goes and he tells him, like, hey, like, so I keep hearing your mother calling me from Ta Lo. Like, so we're gonna go and fucking get her. That's why I need y'all. And he takes the pendants and puts them in the eyes, and we get to see the water thing. And it's like, yeah, the maze opens like once a year. It's gonna be open. So
right, he talks about how they've trapped her behind this gate,
mm-hmm.
and he has to go and rescue her.
Yeah, and the kids are not.
And if he has to, he'll just kill everybody there.
And what happens if we can't save her? We're gonna burn the village down. So you can't do that. And since they object, he throws them in the holding cell. So they're down in this holding cell. And then we get to what my favorite part of the movie is.
We get to good old Trevor Slattery.
It's my favorite part of the movie just based on the fact that, like, we get another great Trevor Slattery performance from Ben Kingsley.
Handsome lad.
Just great. Like, when the creature thing first comes out, and they're just, oh, what is that? What? You can see him?
Oh, thank God.
You're real.
You are real. Yes. Oh, it's not me. Oh, you're real. Oh, thank goodness. Oh. Yeah. I love that.
Ben Kingsley is such a boss. That was so funny. Yo.
What happened to its face? It doesn't have a face.
Funny.
Shh, no. He's a little bit sensitive to that. So we don't mention that. Yeah.
Morris. Good old Morris. Morris, you are real.
Right.
So, yeah.
I just like how he's all, he's been down there and he's all cleaned up. He's no longer, being just pumped full of drugs by the other 10 rings.
Mm-hmm.
He's just been down in a dungeon just doing Shakespeare.
I got a job as a terrorist. I know. It's all bad and all that. I get that.
Right.
He said, I launched into this thing. They've been doing dinner shows once a week.
He's great. He's all dressed in full, like, Shakespearean outfit.
Yeah. It's like the Jester. Fantastic.
Yep.
But, the little Hoondon, little Morris, tells him, like, oh, yeah, no, we can get you to Ta Lo. You gotta take me home. I know the way.
He knows the route.
And then, Ziling knows how to. It's like, that's how it broke out here the first time. So they escaped the compound, and Pops is like, they'll come back when I get their mother out. So,
which is kind of interesting, how you can bust down a wall, and it was loud. I'm sure there's some vibrations throughout the mountain and or compound. Nobody heard that. This is how I got out the first time. Nobody heard the giant explosion, basically, because you just broke down a wall. I mean, was it not loud? Or I'm pretty sure it was loud. It was startling to them.
I don't know.
I'm sorry.
You
I'm just trying to.
You got me there.
I'm going into the DC world where everything has to be, realistic but
I mean, you completely got me there. I did not think about that at the time. That's one thing I was like, huh. Oh, look at that. I'll admit, you got me.
It's like the Hulk busting through a wall going, like, come on, nobody heard it. You can get out this way. But go ahead. Sorry, I digress.
No worries. We jump to they get in the car, and we have this really great thing where Trevor Slattery thought that those are actual monkeys just acting, and
I was dying.
That was such a funny story. Like, now that's acting.
Right. Oh my God.
When I realized that the monkeys weren't actually riding the horses, they were acting like they were riding the horses.
Oh,
like, whoa, that is so funny. Oh, sorry about that.
That's okay. We'll keep it in.
That's how funny it was.
Yeah, it was on point.
Little noise goes off.
Set off an alarm. Just letting you know it's 1:00. Stop recording.
We have this very cool. So did he say how long we had to sit here? He's like, I don't pretend to know well, the inner thoughts of a creature. This. He says you can go now.
You can go now. Yes.
Yeah, right now. Go. You go. And we get to get this little chase scene through the maze. Stay in the pocket.
Right, which
Katie
we established at the beginning was if you don't go fast enough, you're going to get knocked the hell out and squished.
The forest is going to eat you. What does that mean? Yeah, he says the forest is going to eat you.
Right.
Yeah.
I liked how calm he was the entire time too.
Stay in the pocket. He was just happy to be
hard
out
right.
and about. Yeah, he was just happy to be out
exactly.
and about. You know.
Also, I don't know if he cared if he was going to die at that
I don't think
point.
he did either. He's like,
He's like, I've been down here too long.
Right.
So
it's better than I would have died.
Right.
But
it's probably one of those things. Just like, good work, good show. Get some rest. Might as well kill you in the morning. Quick little Princess Bride moment every night. It's like, shit.
Pirate Wesley. Yeah.
Yeah. Is this the moment where they kill me? Yeah. So, yeah, out and about, happy, going through a forest, making rights and lefts. And they finally make their way through, crashing into the water.
Well, they get to a little spot, and then they go through the waterfall, and the waterfall has this Doctor Strange like kind of whirlpool portal opened up, and then they are in Talo.
Right.
And they landed.
Yeah.
Morris says, "Good job, everyone."
Right.
And yeah, they get to go and see these fantastic beasts and where to find them. Apparently, it's in Talo.
Yep.
Because they get to see a 9-tailed fox and some. Oh, the birds are on fire. Oh, Morris says that's normal.
I have a feeling Warner Brothers is watching it going, damn it!
I mean,
we were going to do those. We were going to do those.
They almost hit a little dragon horse. It gives them that disapproving stare like, you need to watch where you're going.
I just loved it. It was also just like a cow would like look at a car like, yeah, you can wait. I'm good.
And then we get to see the highlight of one of the highlights of the place, an actual like dragon lion thing.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I dug that.
That was very cool.
The guard dog of the area.
Mm-hmm. A food dog.
Yeah.
It was like a food dragon dog. I don't know. They have an actual name. Somebody's going to be like, get it fucking right. And I do apologize. I'm very sorry. But if she can call it a dog pig, whatever she calls
Faceless dog pig.
Faceless dog pig. Yeah, then I can call it a dragon lion. Plus dragon lion sounds awesome.
Right.
Yeah. So they're met with a little trepidation, thanks to good old Guambo, who's our boss.
Right.
But then he gets stood down by Ying Nan, who turns out to be Auntie Nan.
Right.
Good old Auntie Nan was their mother's sister, played by Michelle Yeoh. Yeah. It's like, hey, welcome home, y'all. No worries. We're going to help you out. And he's like, yeah, my pops is coming. She's like, all right, well, let me give you a quick history. Let me give you some backstory.
Right.
And we get this very cool story about how, they're not the only civilization. They have these civilizations through worlds, plurals, and it seems like through multiverses, different universes. And they opened up. So I forget, did the thing just come and attack them one day?
I saw it once. So it came and attacked, and they trapped it behind the wall.
Yeah.
With the help of their protector, the dragon.
Yes. Yeah, the village was just attacked. Yeah. I just had to check some notes real quick. Yeah, they just got a soul-consuming dweller in darkness who has these minions, and the minions kill you, and they can take the soul, and they can give the soul to the dweller in darkness, and he turns into a big soul sucker. And yeah, man.
Yeah.
But they were saved, by the dragon called the Great Protector, and they sealed him into the Dark Gate. Very metal.
Right.
It's a metal song out there. Seal him into the Dark Gate. The dweller in darkness.
And then we get to go to the armory, which is just dragon scale everything, which I dug. I really dug it. I was like, all right, cool. So this dragon shed, good. That's cool.
Yes.
We get the dragon shields, dragon scale shields, and the dragon scale bows and arrows and staffs, bow staff. Yeah, dug it, and the swords.
Nah, dragon steel swords. Everything about it. Everything about that whole, like, like basically working together with the dragon, for being ready for war and battle. It's like, oh, okay, we need these. So
They get some outfits that was left from mom. Like, here, mom wanted y'all to have these, and we get the outfits, and Katie drops some arrows, and the young lady hands it to her, is like, yep, follow me. And it turns out, hey, Katie gonna learn how to shoot a bow and arrow.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because women train as equals here.
Oh, actually, no, yes. The other lady drops the arrows, and Katie goes to help.
Yeah.
And
I call it a young lady just because I call most women a young lady.
I thought you said Katie.
No, well, Katie's gonna go learn how to be a
right. I thought, okay, never mind.
Yeah.
I'm a little deaf in one ear. Not a little deaf in one ear. I'm actually deaf in one ear. But it's okay. It's okay. I should have heard you through my other ear. What were we saying? Oh, yes. Armor, arrows.
Katie's gonna learn how to do that. Jaylene gets to practice her scorpion rope spear and gets down on some bamboos and fucking does her thing. She gets to show off a little bit because Auntie Nan's like, hey, fuck that. We're not in your father's house. Fucking go do your thing. Go have some fun.
Right.
And then Shang Chi goes to Auntie Nan's like, hey, so my mom's the only person that could beat my father. So show me how. And then, he gets to learn the whole airbending style. Turns out the secret, just unclench your fist. You'll be okay.
Yes. Yes.
Don't fight with your fist closed. Fight with your fist.
Basically, don't fight with anger.
Yeah, don't fight with your fists. Yeah, open up your hands. You'll be good.
You're not trying to deliver power. You're trying to wield it. You're not trying to or trying to summon it. You're trying to let it in as opposed to keeping it out with a closed fist. That's what I got from it. Trying to force power upon somebody, or you're trying to just basically move them out of the way and block them. Very Cobra Kai, very Karate Kid. First rule of Miyagi-Do karate. Karate only for self-defense. Second rule, learn rule number 1. So, yeah, that's what I got out of it. Probably lost a lot of listeners just for my bad Miyagi impression.
I dug it, man. So yeah, they pretty much get the tools that are handed to them for the upcoming battle because Pops is coming.
Mm-hmm.
And even Katie, hits the target. Guambo, you see what I did? Guambo's like, not impressed at all, and
still shouldn't be fighting.
And then so why is your Pops coming again? Because he thinks you have our mother. Why does your Pops is wearing the rings, huh? Okay. So you got the Dweller in Darkness talking to him.
Yep. And so he ends up showing up, pretty much going, give me my wife. And they said, you're fucking nuts.
Yeah, you're crazy.
And
well, why didn't you let us stay? It's like, bro, we kicked you out. You're crazy.
Right.
Because you're crazy. Your craziness would have came through.
You're power hungry, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Just plain simple.
Like we don't dig you, man.
Yeah.
And then he don't like that, so he's like, burn it down, and all the hell breaks loose.
Right.
There's some
the hell you will.
There's some fighting going on. Everybody starts kung fu fighting, and it's start using the weapons and start whipping around, and the one of them tries to hit the dragon lion and gets batted the fuck out of here. Like, don't do that.
I love that.
Yeah,
what was that? A fly?
Like, what's that? What was that? An idiot?
Right.
And then Zeeling's like, yo, go stop Pops, because Pops is on a mission. All this is distracting. He's just walking. So he goes and visits the shrine of Ma, and Shang-Chi comes through like, yo, what's good? Like, you trained me to be this. And they have this very nice fight where he's getting, he's knocking the rings away, and the Pops, takes the rings and slugs them in his chest and throws them in the goddamn ocean.
Yes.
And then, bam,
which I
over to the gate.
That fight right there, I was like, all right, here we go. And I enjoyed that. I enjoyed the lead up to getting bashed into that. And then he ends up bashing into the gate as much as possible, releasing a bunch of those
the minions,
bat-like demon creatures.
And we get this great moment where, oh, he's unleashed the minions. We need to work together. Oh, we've come to do this. And they take OG Taskmaster, gets his soul sucked, and yep, we should probably do this together. Like this just got very real, So the minions have come out, and all things look bad. But Shang-Chi in the water, we get to see the conversation that his mother has when the night she dies.
Right.
And that's another quick thing we kind of glossed over. Yeah, his people came looking for Dad because when Dad hooked up with Mom, he put the rings away. But some people still wanted to come and see Dad about some shit, and so Mom tried to fight them all off. Mom dies, Dad comes home, puts the rings back on, and keeps them on ever since. That's when he trains Shang-Chi. That's when it becomes kind of cold.
Right.
Yeah, and that assassin mission that he got sent on, yeah.
Yeah, that was for that reason.
Yep.
And I think that was kind of hey, so you watched and did absolutely nothing?
Yep.
Okay, well, now you're going to do something.
Yep.
And I don't look at that as I'm here, son. I'm giving you the honor of taking this guy out. I'm sure you've had some hate in your heart for this guy. Time to get rid of it and just wipe it out. No, I think it was more of just a punishment. Like, yeah, you did absolutely nothing, and my wife is dead. So you go and clean this mess up.
Yeah.
Which made me kind of just hate him even more.
Well, sure. So then Shang-Chi's in the water, and Mom's like, hey, always remember where you come, gives him the nice little inspirational speech.
Where your power comes from, and yeah.
Yeah, remember who you are, and I'm proud of you, and do your thing. Remember, you're always connected to my village and our people and your home.
He gets a nice little sudden, fresh breath of air.
And then he gets to meet face to face good old Great Protector. Great Protector's like, hey, man, I think you need my help. He bamps out of the water, starts eating some of the stuff, and now we have Great Protector coming out because the Dweller in Darkness does pop out. So we get this big soul-sucking dragon thing that pops out. So the Great Protector's like,
right,
we can't have that.
Atreyu and Falcor do their thing.
You're right. And then, it's like, hey, go stop Dad. And he's got to jump over and fight Pops.
Right.
He's like, hey, so I don't like what you're doing. It's bullshit. And he's like, oh, you stood there and just watched while Mom died? He's like, this Mom's not in there. And then they have the big fight.
I have to slap some sense into you.
Big fight.
Yeah.
Not as
Which
good
I really
as their first fight, but this fight was more about Shang-Chi getting it together and figuring out. He basically fights him the same way that his mother fought him.
Right.
He learns to get control of the rings, and you get that real nice moment where it's just he's going and they're spinning and he's holding that pose. And he's like, yeah, I got it, brother.
Right.
Got it.
Right. Yeah. No, it's the transfer of power, and without it being handed over, it's more of it's like, yeah, you're going to try and attack me with these, but the shit you're throwing at me is not going to stick. It's now going to float around me, and then I'm going to use it. Not the best analogy, but
understood.
Spinning shit in the round. It's like, who's that man? He's shit spinner. Oh my God, I'm doing good. It's fine. We're done now.
He
go ahead.
Beats Pops, but then the big this is when the Dweller comes out, and the Dweller snatches up Pops and starting to take a soul, and then Pops is looking at the kid and thinking about all the times when he actually did love the kid, and it's going like, well, can't have this, so he gives his son the rings, and
his Darth Vader moment where he
soul snatched, and
yeah,
the Dweller's coming to handle some business, and then we get the climax of all this action, which is big dragon v dragon, little Godzilla Kong action.
Mm-hmm.
The Dark Dweller is getting ready to suck the soul out the Great Protector, and then Katie has her Michael Jordan game-winning shot moment. We see this arrow go right through the blueness of the neck when it looks like all hope has failed, and then when I was expecting kind of a big exhalation, and we just got a simple holy shit.
Right.
I thought that was a little subdued. I was like, for as happy as she was when she hit the target and to get Guanbo, to sink that shot, I was expecting a fucking holy shit. So.
Well, it's the adrenaline at that point. She's composed. You're seeing that she's becoming a little bit more of a fighter than she even was. Instead of the driver, she's now also the fighter. She is as much of an equal in a sense
She's dual
yeah,
class.
she has
now.
leveled
She
up.
got her next.
Right. She can hold her own and still be able to throw out a little bit of a holy shit.
I get you.
Yeah. But then, yeah, we get a little bit more of a dragon fight.
Yeah.
That's something you
Well, I
talk
can do it
about
just real quick. So you mentioned when Shang-Chi was getting ready to fight his father, and that feeling you had of like, here we go. This is what we came to see.
Mm-hmm.
And then you also mentioning that you wanted to see more of the actual fighting.
Right.
I was expecting this big knockout, drag-out fight between him and his pops.
Right.
And that's like him getting the rings. That's your climax of the movie. Not necessarily this big dragon fight.
Right.
I get it in a sense where, like, I thought about Star Wars Return of the Jedi,
Mm-hmm.
where you're getting Luke fighting his father. At the same time, you're getting the big battle.
Right.
I get that. And I understand that, oh, well, don't you know that ends with, like, him, he drags his father off and then they blow up the Death Star? So, in a sense, it's like you can have that one-on-one battle commence and then concentrate on, like, oh, okay, like, the village is there too, but it's not called Shang-Chi and there's Village of Ta Lo.
Right.
If the village was more of a focal point, instead of just like, oh, I gotta find these creatures. Oh, they stole my wife. I just feel like they set you up for this thing where it's like, no, this is going to be him and his dad have some issues to work out. And the rings are going to do it. Because I remember when he was younger, he was looking at him, he's like, if you want them, you have to show me that you're strong enough.
Right.
And so I feel like instead of his father's soul getting sucked out, I mean, I guess that could still happen, I guess. I think it would have been better if he just outright beat his pops and his pops is laying on the ground and then the rings just transfer to him. Because it's like, yeah, he showed him that he could handle them and all that, but like he didn't.
Right.
He didn't necessarily.
Or even still, like maybe just like
him.
Right. I mean, coming from watching stuff like Captain America, Winter Soldier, and Civil War, when we start seeing people literally having their ass handed to them, when you have the blood dripping down the side of the eyebrow, down the eye, when you have blood coming out the side of the mouth, all this different stuff, you know that person has gone through some shit, especially when it's Captain America and you're looking at him like, whoa, you're bleeding? Okay. So, to have that type of like knockdown, drag out fight that you would want to have at the end of a martial arts movie, where you have Bruce Lee covered in scratches and blood and he's just absolutely just having a good time getting his ass handed to him, but still handing everybody else's ass to them. So we didn't really get that. Instead of it being like, you have to show me you're strong enough and then maybe beating him without the rings while he's wearing the rings. We got the, no, I'm strong enough because I can control the rings. And I agree with you on that. There should have been a much longer fight between him and his father, a lot more brutal. Where it's like, you're getting your butt kicked and you don't want to be doing this, but at the same time, you kind of want to be doing this because you've got some anger issues with the shit that this guy's put you through.
Right.
And if you're able to take that much of a beating throughout your childhood and throughout your entire life without the rings, we should have seen a little bit more of it being able to take that beating from the rings, showing him he's strong enough to beat him without him. So, yeah, I agree. But, instead we got I'm showing you I'm strong enough to use these because I can still beat this giant dragon who's
I will say,
fighting the other dragon.
That did set up a great opportunity to show viewers and show us what the rings can do on a big scale. You see him taking out people. But it's like, no, I'm going to put these things together. I'm going to take out this freaking dragon thing. Right. Which I think is foreshadowing to
something bigger.
Something where like Shang-Chi's he's going to be involved in a fight where, he's got to banish or get rid of something and he has the power to do it.
Right. He and Thor and
he's like others, a god killer.
Getting together Doctor Strange and,
killer.
Yeah. Right. So, I mean, at that point he does that and the day is saved and the village is saved, and instead of just closing the portal, it's he did close the portal. He ended up using the rings to just basically seal it with the mountain by blasting down the mountain.
Even when he delivers that whole speech to her later, like jumping back to like him and his father real quick, even when he gives that whole speech, he's like, I know what I have to do. He's like, I have to kill him. So like even then I was like, oh man, this is gonna be a nice ass fight. And then
No.
Whatever.
It was a quick one. It was a very, like I said, Miyagi-Do karate, Miyagi-Do method of its self-defense. And then I guess maybe taking away the ability to fight. So,
and again, the dragon
cool.
fight did look very good. It's just gorgeous. Like I just wanted that.
Yeah,
I definitely can say I was biased and disappointed because I wanted to see something I didn't see, and not that what they gave us wasn't great. And like everybody I've talked to has been like, I love the dragon fight. I'm like, yeah, the dragon fight was cool, but it was supposed to be a bigger fight between him and his father.
Yeah, but, like I said at the beginning, I wanted to see more of the fighting. Just give me an hour and a half of a giant fight. But also, we have to establish, it's an origin story.
Correct.
End of the day, it's an origin story. So you have to have all these things in the middle of it and in between the fights. And you also have to build the fights, getting bigger and bigger and bigger each time. But like you said, I agree with, once we build up to this point, we then get not as big of a fight that you were expecting. You get more of a fight between the giant CGI characters that aren't actually there. So that's why I'm saying I'm not disappointed with this movie at all. I just wish I could have seen a little bit more of that fucking awesome choreography that they had.
Myself as well.
So which, we're hoping for the second one or whichever movie we see him in next for some like, forget any CGI, forget any wire work, maybe some wire work at the very least, just, for maybe some flips or something. But let's just see some good old fashioned choreography and just film it. Just start to beginning, no cuts, just fight in the next whatever time we see him, which at the end of it, when they're, telling their whole story over drinks, we then establish that he is going to be a much bigger character in this universe.
Wong basically tells him, like, yeah, both of you, get ready.
Yeah, right. And then they go through and go to Wong's house, which is wherever he is. And we then see him having a conversation with some holograms.
Good old Captain Marvel.
Yeah, Captain Marvel. And then we see Bruce Banner no longer in his Hulk form.
Still in the arm brace.
And he's still in the arm brace because he's recovering from doing the snap. So I liked that. I liked that they established that we're going to be able to see Bruce Banner again and not just the entire time Professor Hulk, which is cool. That's the whole point of just being able to see that transfer. And maybe he's not going to be Professor Hulk anymore. Maybe he's going to kind of go back to that Hulk that we all like, because I like Professor Hulk, but I really like that raging fucking screaming Hulk when he lets out a yell. And you kind of just go, okay, it's on. You're all fucked. So, yeah. But it was cool because then they're going into, like, what these rings are.
There's some kind of beacon, Justin.
There is some kind of beacon.
Something is being called.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
What and who?
Oh, boy. Who, yeah. What or who or what? Yeah, it's...
Or what who?
What's being called?
Yes. Well, we've got to have our big bads. And
do you remember the last time this happened? Thanos was coming, and when Thanos showed up, it all went to shit, man.
Right. So, theories are out there. Who knows what it could be? It could be that, it's some kind of a multi-dimensional, beacon, and it's, maybe Kang, which we are establishing that Kang is kind of becoming the big baddie of this next phase. Or is he? Or is he basically the, he's, the one that we kind of put out there and go, okay, here's our big bad guy. Here's oh, wait, nope, somebody bigger. Maybe it's Galactus.
Right, because remember, for the Avengers movie, Loki technically is the big baddie in the movie. But then there's levels. Right. There's levels, man.
Right.
It wasn't until it just went fine.
Right.
I'll do it myself. Then it became real. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, I'm interested to see who this.
Here we go.
Maybe we could be going into some X-Men territory with mutants and like something like the Shi'ar or the I have to watch the cartoons again, read some more comic books.
I definitely think Eternals is going to touch on that.
we could be going into some...
Yeah, the whole...
Right. Who knows?
Yeah.
And we'll be... Yeah. Maybe we'll be touching on more of the connection between Shang-Chi and the Eternals.
Yeah.
You know, might be something there.
We get this cool moment. Oh, I have to go. Bruce will give me my number. I said, I gotta go back. And it's just like, yeah, I don't have her number.
Yeah.
Welcome to the circus, he said. Yeah.
I loved that. I loved that. It was just like how he just established, like, yeah, this is gonna be nuts. No matter what, you're in it now.
You guys should go home, get some sleep. Yeah, we could do that. Or and then Wong gets to sing some karaoke with the kid.
Right.
You know, Hotel California, Katie's distraction song.
And then you
you
end it up.
The tail, the super tail end.
Get some credits.
Zai Ling, who was believed, at least Shang-Chi believes that she's disbanding. You know, she's bringing down my father's organization, disbanding it. No, turns out,
right.
No. She's the 10 Rings now. And the 10 Rings will return.
Yep. And the 10 Rings will also train women.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they were establishing right there. It's like when you just see all the women just pulling out even more, and they're all there, and then all of a sudden you just see on the other side of the room all the men.
She's put graffiti
which is like,
on the compound,
we'll train them together.
It'll look nice. Actually, yeah, she's doing her thing. But
yeah,
women and men trained together, we're a force to be reckoned with.
So maybe the 10 Rings become a okay organization, or she's like just used this whole thing to still become the big bad guy.
Yeah, hard to say.
So we'll find out.
That's why they're just like the 10 Rings will return. I'm like, okay.
Yep.
We'll see what happens. All in all, Shang-Chi, pretty good movie.
Yes. Another one
pretty good movie.
Can't wait to buy. It's that way I can watch it at home and enjoy it. Also, it will be on Disney Plus November 12th.
As I'm looking at it right now, the budget was $150 to $200 million. Looks like $322.1 million in the box office. So
right.
People definitely went back to the movies for this.
Yeah, and this will establish that we've recorded our news and this segment at a different time, but it is now 3 weeks in a row, number one in the box office. So, yeah, it is doing well.
If you haven't seen it, folks, do yourselves a favor. Check it out. I mean, if you want to wait till November 12th, that's cool. Go ahead and watch it. You know, get those streaming numbers up.
Right.
I thought this was a very good movie.
It was the first movie I saw back in the theaters again since the pandemic started, and I was glad.
For me.
Yeah. You saw Candyman. So
I did see Candyman. Real quick, go see that, folks.
Right.
It's cool.
It's also you can actually rent it at home, which is the $20 rental, and that'll go towards the box office.
Watch
totals.
that like 1 a.m. Turn your lights off. Put a mirror like next to you, and just keep yourself out. It's
right.
fine.
We should probably maybe do a Candyman special for Halloween.
Ooh.
Watch the original and then watch the new one. And I can just do that. I can rent them.
And we're going to skip 2 and 3 because, we don't do that. We just don't do that.
Yeah, first and remake. It's good enough. But yeah, that was Shang-Chi.
That was Shang-Chi, everybody.
I enjoy it, and I concur. Go see it. It's Marvel is back, and the theaters are back.
And we're on to the next one. The next one is Eternals.
Right.
So
absolutely.
We're on to the next one.
So
cool.
Yeah. We should let them know that episodes might be a little bit shorter for the next 5 weeks, 4 weeks or so.
Because life.
Yes.
There's things going on. Those that are in the know. Oh, real quick. I do want to put this out there real quick before we go.
Go ahead.
I was talking to a great friend and one of our cool listeners. I will shout him out. Good old Monk.
Monkey.
And he said, wouldn't it have been a little cooler if the Great Protector was just Fing Fang Foom?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I think
and he also agrees about the dragon fight where he's like, yeah, that shouldn't have been the big fucking thing. So
right. Well, I mean, I get the dragon fight just because it establishes how powerful he is once he uses his
his main killing move. So, yeah, but at the same time, it could have been shorter. And we could have had more father and son fight. So, yes. Well, I agree with Monk on that.
Shorter episodes because of life.
Because of life, we are both doing fair. We are both working other things at the same time, and then there's driving. And so there's all that. But we are still doing episodes, so I'm thinking the next episode we can start talking about what if, and maybe do.
Let's start talking about
what if next episode, we can at least start maybe doing one, or maybe like start, talk about episode 1 and 2, or 1, 2, and 3 on this next episode, and then on the next one after that continue on, because
we can maybe even talk about quick Star Wars visions or something.
Right. Yes. Definitely.
Yeah. Right on, man.
So.
Well, folks, that's our episode.
Yes, it is.
We did it. We did another one. We've got a few out there now. So try to listen to us on all the platforms. We're out there. Anywhere where you can listen to podcasts, you should probably be able to find us at this point.
We are there.
Because we're making that money. No, we're not. No, we're not. I'm going to shut that down real quick. We're making no money.
Right.
But it's not about that. We're having a lot of fun, and we hope that you all are having fun. And we're just trying to spread the word about this little podcast one day at a time. So we got your Buzzsprouts, your Spotify's, your Apple Podcasts. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook.
We're going to be on Instagram.
Yeah, we're on all the things.
Yep.
So.
All right, man. Well, I think that is it then.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this episode. It was good to talk to you again, my friend.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And all I'll say is for everybody out there, be safe. Love everybody. Get vaccinated if you haven't. Do the damn thing. I am Akili.
And I am Justin.
We'll see y'all next time.
Definitely.
Peace.
Take care.